good.
It is the year 2263. 50 years ago, a terrible event known as the Cataclysm caused the sun to vanish in an instant. In the 8 minutes and 19 seconds it took for the last of the sun's light to reach the Earth, a profound sense of unease washed over every creature on the planet, followed promptly by the sun winking out of the sky. The end of the world came not with an inferno, nor an explosion, nor by divine retribution, but with a deafening silence and a dazzling darkness. Overnight, society collapsed. Billions died in the subsequent months as the struggle for the last of humanity's resources led to conflict that hadn't been seen in history. However, some refused to give up and decided that they would not go gently into the night. All over the world, organizations and conglomerates began to build massive structures to house the remnants of humanity. The best minds came together to design these domes, to let humanity survive. On a world already plagued by superhumans, mutants, aliens, demons, celestials, wizards, and everything in between, the Cataclysm seemed, by some, to be the logical conclusion of that chaos. Others saw it as punishment for our sins, others as a great crime committed by aliens or mutants or sorcerers. Regardless of the true cause, humanity survived. Society was reborn and recreated within these domes as the next step of Earth's story. However, not all was good and grand. As the domes were the only place for survival, the hand of authoritarianism inevitably grew tighter. The pursuit of progress became the greatest good. In hopes of finding a solution, people became expendable. Costs became inconsequential. As the quality of life shifted and the wealth concentrated in the hands of the elite, unrest became a part of life. Supervillainy, which had been largely absent in the years after the Cataclysm, came back with a fury. Those seeking to end the tyranny of the domes, those seeking to exploit a vulnerable populace, or simply those seeking personal gain and profit. Here in New Dawn City, what you will become is for you to decide. Welcome to the Doomed.
Clap.
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 The Doomed.
I should have had this playing in the background, but I'm bad.
That reminded me of like the old 70s sci-fi flicks where they pan like white text across the screen with a skyline in the background.
Like Star Wars style, yeah.
In the year 2068.
It's like a Demolition Man. It's the year 1999. LA is in chaos and anarchy. It's fucking ridiculous.
And then you just show like current day LA.
Yeah.
Just another day in Cali.
So
Right now, it's cool because the streets are empty.
Well, not really.
Well, it was.
For a
until
little bit it was.
So, I just tried to redeem channel points and it like bugged out. Okay.
I live in a society, I live in an authoritarian state where my governor has declared any bans on face masks are banned.
I ban your bans.
The no you.
Basically.
Yeah.
The no you face mask ban.
Basically.
Yes.
So
Holy shit.
we covered a lot of stuff on our session 0 on Monday, but we still have some things to decide. So,
Everything, Smile.
Layer
well, no.
location.
Covered a
And
lot of things.
reputation.
So you need reputation and a layer location to start off with. We'll switch over to the map. So here's a map of the part of the city that this will take place. This is obviously not the entire city, just one part of it.
Because the
But-
entire city would be circular, Smile.
Correct. But this is a good chunk of it, and a more than big enough area for this game to take place.
I drew the black line, Smile.
Thank you, Alter.
I miss this.
So, these are the 10 districts wherein our story will take place. The story will not be limited to just these 4 or 5 characters. Your characters will die, lose their minds, if they're lucky to retire. But if we play this long enough, you will play more than one character.
I'm just gonna clone myself.
If that's what you want to do, I suppose I won't stop you. But
Deathbat Army, Smile.
the Deathbat Army.
That's the actual name of the thing.
I believe it. Hello, I am Deathbat 2.
Deathbat 2,
Deathbat
Electric
Mark
Boogaloo.
2.0. So,
Should I just start playing Dr. Medpain Reliever after Dr. Medpain Killer dies?
Dr. Mid Killer Pain.
So like,
Med Killer Pain is actually
I was
the
gonna
good
say,
guy.
wait a minute, yeah. If you're the bad guy and he's your
Yes.
evil twin, that would make him the good guy.
Or is he like even more evil when you're a
No,
villain?
yeah, he's even more evil.
But
Okay.
he's so evil that he has to dispatch of you. Because you're gonna get in his way. You're not evil enough.
Exactly.
Did you all take the time to read the districts write-up that I gave
I
you?
did not have a
Yes,
chance.
sir.
So, you need to pick a location to have your lair.
I vote for a hidden lair in
Where
Redwood.
is the write-up?
It's in Drive,
Drive, okay.
which is linked in
Yes.
the channel of the Discord.
I'm gonna go with Fatimir on this one. I think he knows what he's talking about.
So, you need to set up
Redwood, you say?
a lair location, but you also need to set up a hunting ground, which is not necessarily in the same place. The lair, your hunting grounds can be in a different district than your lair. The hunting grounds is where you actually do your work.
Well, it would kind of make logical sense to not have our lair and our hunting grounds in the same spot.
Perhaps.
It would be harder to be
Yeah, do a shit where
discovered.
you eat.
Exactly.
How come you want Redwood?
Because Redwood specifically has many empty and abandoned buildings, which make the district ideal for a hidden lair. And a hidden lair seems kind of good to have for an insurgency against the fucking owners of this entire city.
Wow, I really didn't read the
Yes.
part that said ideal for hidden lair. Very good.
Hmm.
I saw the part where it was like, I see like church notables and blacksmith. Let's see, big money composer.
I mean, I'm also kind of interested in fucking Friedrich von Bismarck, because, yeah.
Oh, it's Dawntown, not downtown.
Yeah, it's downtown.
It's downtown. It's definitely not downtown.
I was gonna say, Chalice might be good too, just because it's like sinful and debauchery and all that stuff.
I mean, yeah, I have no problem with it being Chalice. I'm just advocating for Redwood.
And like, you don't have to indulge in the place where your lair is.
Yeah.
No, I know,
You can go indulge in Chalice and have our lair in Redwood.
but yes, now that I read that, Redwood does make sense if there are abandoned buildings.
I'm fine with that. It also has low security and safety.
And
Yeah.
a lot of criminal influence. Which can be a good thing or a bad thing, I don't know. But, yeah, I advocate for Redwood as
I'm
our
fine
lair.
with it.
Okay. Well,
Yes, I agree. Now
What
that I've read the part.
kind of lair is it?
A hidden one, right?
Well, I mean,
mean-
describe it.
Oh!
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
Lord, is that him?
Is it
No,
him?
I just
37 minutes late, guys. It's fine. Hey, Frisky.
Oh my god, did he roll over and like accidentally join
is the call still going?
in his sleep?
He hasn't
It
said
couldn't have been
anything.
because you were back in here.
His mic is just not working.
Hello? There we go.
Hello,
Hello.
Frisky.
There we
Hello.
go.
I fell asleep trying to stay up.
Yeah,
Look.
we figured.
Do you normally sleep at this time?
I have been, but I can change that.
You missed the intro. You're gonna have to go back and watch the VOD for that.
Okay.
We're currently
We are
discussing.
picking our layer now.
where to where to set up our lair.
Okay.
Let's see.
What other options do we have for designing our hangout?
So it's up to you guys. This is just, what does your kind of shit tier layer look like? This is a tier 0. You're a tier 0 crew. You are below the bottom.
Like, we
You're
could have
not-
taken over an abandoned warehouse or something.
That's
Yeah,
probably
I
too
would-
much. So, like, examples, I'm not going to say no. It's what you guys decide. That's how the game works. But the examples given are just like a small abandoned house, a tin roof shack, an abandoned
Okay.
watchtower, a half-sunken
Somewhere with a
grotto,
basement.
a jumped rail car, etc.
We have this fucking shitty
Ooh, where's...
ruined fucking old family house.
I have an
in
idea.
Redwood. Oh yeah.
Where's that bar at that our guy...
That's in Watershed, right?
No, not necessarily.
Oh,
You guys
no,
picked. So, oh shit. So you picked a guy. If you want that guy to be
That guy in Watershed.
that guy, that's possible. But I figured that guy might also be closer to where your hunting grounds are.
Okay.
Okay. I was gonna say it could be like the area above or behind his bar or something.
For
But
hunting grounds, I wasn't absolutely sure yet, but I was gonna say that maybe downtown might be good.
yeah, either like downtown or if it would be
like-
possible to have one of the like.
Our eventual goal would be Horizon HQ, right? But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think as
We're
a
not getting
tier
in there right
0
now.
Can we
insurgency,
change
we
our
start
hunting
there.
grounds as we go along?
Frisky, I don't know if you missed it, but I posted a district write-up in the drive.
Let me check that out.
I don't think we're getting in the heights either. So
I mean, you guys can set that up. It might be difficult for a tier 0 faction to deal with level 4 safety and security in an
Even-
area filled with tier 5 and even 6
How
factions.
about
Yeah.
Which means that default will be 0 effect. You have to push yourself to do literally anything,
and even
Actually,
downtown is
also
3.
has fucking
Yeah.
3, yeah.
which isn't the end of the
how
world.
about either Atlas or Lodestone for hunting ground?
What does a hunting ground do?
So hunting ground is where you actually do your work. Your lair is obviously where you hang out between scores. So hunting ground is the area that you usually, not always, usually target for your scores. It's a place that you know pretty well. It's the starting area is small, only 3 to 4 blocks. But it's the place where your brand new crew has established. Oh, by the way, you guys have 2 coins. Smile in your crew.
Man,
That is the remnants of your savings.
hog, rich, 2 whole coins.
Yeah, and we're gonna need to spend 1 or 2 coins to pay off whoever already owns our hunting ground.
You don't have to.
Yeah, we don't have to, but then we take -1 status.
You can piss them off. That's fine.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
Dude.
I say Lodestone or Atlas for hunting grounds.
Atlas makes sense because
I'm on
it's
board with
a way.
Atlas, actually. Sure.
It's a way to target them indirectly by taking away the things that are supporting them.
Watershed the same way, in a way.
Yeah.
Well, I was looking at the safety and security level 1. But also, like,
Okay,
it's like steelwork and stuff, right? So it's like probably a good place to find people who are getting fucked over by the system to join us.
If you noted, there's Jocelyn Monet, who
Yep.
you would want to work with.
Yep.
In Atlas.
A union leader, that was the word. Yes. Okay, sure.
It's
so
like a lot of
lair
like,
in
you know,
Redwood,
blue collar workers.
hunting ground in Atlas, sure. I'm on board.
Is that what everyone is okay with?
Sure.
Yeah.
So your hunting grounds is going to be Atlas.
But eventually, as we get better, we can change the hunting grounds as we change our focus.
You see that turf in your claim map?
Yes.
That turf is additional hunting grounds.
Okay, cool. Because I was going to say we could start here with recruitment and like small attacks against supply, and then move our way up into like things like Dawntown and the Heights and the Horizon.
Actually, like that. Dawntown isn't necessarily that related to Horizon, right? It's more of
No, but it's a good
art
place to get
area.
money and like
Is
That's fair.
like it's not as intrinsic as like Garden Street and the Heights, but downtown is still like, I mean, it is adjacent to all those things.
like if I would assume if we were hurting for cash, there would be some good scores in Dawntown.
In many ways, downtown is the wall that separates the pores from the not pores.
Pours out.
Pours out.
Pours out.
Guys, we're the pores.
Yep,
You are
we
the
are.
pores, yeah.
I am Omega in the poor zone. I'm as far away as you can be from the not pores.
Acceptable, did you take independently wealthy?
I did not.
Oh, he's in.
Uh-oh.
I did not.
Okay,
I stuck with the assist one.
Yeah, I mean, it's good.
Also do that.
So, you guys need a reputation, and you need to pick what your lair is. Just a descriptor for flavor.
Sewer system.
That's
Oh,
option.
oh yeah, hide out in the sewers. Hell
Like
yeah.
like the
Oh, yeah.
Thieves Guild in Skyrim? That'd be sick.
Yeah, dude.
Do you guys want an...
It'll connect to Watershed because there's this big river over here.
in the top of the Discord channel, there is a link to my drive. In the drive, there is the district and faction write-up.
Okay.
I think that's an aquifer, not a river.
So
Well,
it's
body
a,
of water that's long.
it's a man-made river. I mean, there's also
Oh, okay. It
a...
is a river.
Well, it's man-made.
But is it a lake? or
Actually,
is it a
that's an
river?
aquifer.
So basically, the water from outside flows in here, and water from below gets pumped up here. So this is like the center of all the water in the entire dome.
But yeah, I'm down
But-
for sewer. That sounds sick.
But there is
Hell
sewers
yeah.
in Redwood as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Cool.
So
fucking
Plenty of
sewer
shit in
rats.
Redwood.
Tunnel rats.
Rats.
so let's how would you describe your sewer lair?
What, we're in a sewer? Oh man.
Stinky.
I leave for 1 second and
Yes.
we're in a sewer.
No, I'm just kidding.
Is
The
it
least
overgrown?
stinky.
Is it damp? Is it abandoned and not used, which is why you set up there?
I have the perfect word. It's dank.
Is it dank? Okay, yeah.
I was gonna say sprawling because maybe it's expandable, like modular. Like we can eventually explore larger and larger
idea
parts of
is
the
as
sewer
you
system.
guys level your tier up, you can move your lair.
I would hope it would be abandoned and unused.
All right,
Okay.
it's an abandoned fucking stretch of the sewer that nobody uses and nobody ever checks. That where we have
Abandoned
Also-
Colorado.
Many passages.
Like
Hidden
we
doors.
found something that doesn't show up on the city blueprints
Ooh.
from like before the cataclysm and took
Do
it
we have
over.
access to like one of the houses from it? Like a house lead down into it, maybe? Like we smashed down a basement wall that led into the sewers. That's like our primary way in and out.
Sure. I still need a reputation for you guys.
Girthy.
Oh Jesus!
I'm thinking ambitious because we're looking to tangle with the big leagues essentially.
Yeah, I agree with you. Ambitious.
Yeah. Amateurish.
Persistent, maybe?
So the suggestions in the
Up
book
and coming.
are ambitious, brutal, daring, honorable, professional, savvy, subtle, and strange. It can be more than that.
Ooh.
I agree with ambitious too.
Yeah.
And you guys can change this.
As our
Okay.
goals and views change.
Yes, so If you look on the character sheet or on the sheet for the crew,
Brotherhood of Dusk.
Brother of Dusk is his name. Your reputation is ambitious. Your
Mhm.
lair is an abandoned sewer grotto in Redwood. Your farming. Your hunting grounds is an atlas. Now you decide what kind of hunting ground it is, which means you see those 4 types below: battle, espionage, sabotage, and rally.
Is that in the book?
Some of it is. It's just basically what type of scores is that place good for. What that means is in your hunting ground, you pick a type of criminal operation that it's useful for. When you are preparing to execute an operation of that type on that hunting ground, you get +1 dice to any gather information roll, and you get a free downtime activity to contribute to that operation.
Because my mind immediately goes to rally if we're looking for more
Well,
people
rally
to
or
join the
espionage,
cause.
because you mentioned like cutting off supply lines and stuff.
So,
Yeah.
to kind of give you more idea,
Sabotage would
the idea of
be
battle is defeating an enemy with overwhelming force, which might be something you do
Yeah,
later
it's
on.
not really. I think.
Sabotage is hurt one of your enemies by destroying something. That's pretty obvious. Let's see here. Where's the description for espionage? Is obtaining secret information by covert or clandestine means. And I think rally is unique to insurgencies, which obviously rally is gather public support. I don't know what makes that a criminal. I guess
Depends how you go about it.
Yeah, we'll have to kind of figure that. We'll have to figure that out. But what do you guys want to do? You might just this is completely your guys' game. This is a much different experience than we've ever played before. I am not the boss. I am merely the storyteller in some ways, but you guys are also the storyteller.
I'm the captain now.
It actively does not describe any of those things in the book, right?
What?
I'm not missing it. I don't see like a battle, espionage, sabotage, rally in the book.
So battle is described on page 104 in the Bravos group, and sabotage is there too.
Okay.
And all it says is, quote, defeat an enemy with overwhelming force. That's all it says about battle.
Okay. I was just making sure I didn't miss the actual like blurbs about this.
And so decisions are often conversations. It's not, okay, if you do that, this is the way it's going to be. I can sometimes be like, well, I feel like, well, that kind of, sure, if you want to do that, I kind of feel like it's this. And you guys can come out and like, well, I don't feel that way. And we can have a discussion if you want. Most of the time, it would be like, that'll be reasonable to move on. So my interpretation of this is it might behoove you to establish yourself before you rally support.
So like espionage first.
Or sabotage.
Sabotage.
That would be my
I would say sabotage. Especially because of what it is. Because the area is like a lot of production.
True.
Find like big targets for Horizon.
First we destroy the means of production, and then later on we seize them.
Unfortunately, the means of production seized would not fit on the character sheet. The best joke in the system completely ruined.
All right. So sabotage.
Yeah.
Going once, going twice.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. So Atlas. Sabotage. Sabotage.
We also have to pick more crew upgrades, right? And the special ability.
So yeah, next we have to pick a crew ability. So look at those list of special abilities there, and you get one of those.
Pretty much already decided on Forge and Fire, right?
Forged and Fire.
Yeah.
I am.
I think that's just too strong not to take.
Fire.
That one seems very good.
That one's good.
Forge and Fire.
We're gonna do Forged and Fire, and then we're gonna do like For the Cause after that, I think.
So Forge and Fire it is. There you go. Next, you pick 2 crew upgrades. You already have 2. You have prowess training and a cohort.
I strongly advocate for Hidden Lair.
You guys get that for free, actually, because you were in Redwood.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, cool.
So we're looking at these layer quality
You get, yeah.
things.
So, I believe you get 2. Let me just
yeah.
double check.
It
Upgrades. Choose 2 more, right? So
I'm gonna assume that the Urban Combat Kit is like the
2 free load of weapons or armor.
So yeah, basically,
Also, can we assume carriage is not a carriage and some other type of vehicle?
Oh shit. Yeah, hold on. Let me change that.
We
real quick.
bust out
It
our horse
is
and buggy and storm Horizon HQ.
There we go. There we go.
Vehicle
And it's not a boat.
is a portal. Yeah.
There we go.
I mean, Urban Combat Kit sounds nice.
Are we only picking from those things under crew upgrades in the gray box?
Anything. So
Anything?
it's you pick. So you assign crew upgrades. So anything in the crew upgrades and your layer or the quality, anything there.
Okay.
We could also take more training stuff,
The
right?
stuff with multiple boxes, if they're connected, which hardened and mastery are, you don't
We
get the
need to
bonus
take all of
until it's completely full.
But like secure
Plus 1
and vault
trauma
are
box.
Which means that you don't pass out at 9 trauma. You pass out at 10, or plus 1 trauma box. So that means you retire at 5 trauma and not 4
which
trauma.
that seems really good.
So we
later
don't
on.
get that.
Which, hold on, I think that's.
You said we don't get that until all 3 boxes are filled, though, right?
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, we need to
But like
fill
the
all
other
three
ones, if we
boxes.
get like 1 pip in it, we get something from it still. Like we'd get a basic vehicle, and then we put another pip in it, we get a better vehicle, or something, or upgrade that vehicle.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, hardened means plus 1 trauma box. So it takes 5 trauma to get. So sorry, what did you say? Except
I was saying like the ones that aren't connected, like vehicle portal and that. Like if you put 1 pip in that, you get like a vehicle, and then another one you get like a better vehicle or an upgraded vehicle.
Correct.
So the vault contact says plus 1 tier in prison. What's that mean?
So you can get arrested.
Yeah.
And it'll honestly probably happen to several of you, if not all of you, at one point or another. And there's shit that happens in prison when you get arrested.
Like butt stuff?
Yeah, but for Met villains.
Okay.
I dropped the soap, Dad!
Okay, so the way it works is you go to prison. And depending on what your wanted level is, it depends how long you're in prison. When someone is sent to prison, your wanted level drops and your heat goes away. Wanted level drops by 1. So if you're wanted 2, someone's in prison, they're in there for several months, and your wanted level goes down to 1. If you're wanted level 4, sending someone to prison means in life or execution. Smile. So then, when you're in prison, you do an incarceration roll, which you roll a number of die equal to your tier. With vault contacts,
tier is the crew tier.
Correct.
Yeah.
So right now you're rolling 2 die, taking the lower result. With vault contacts, you would be treated as 1 tier higher.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you roll a 1 through 3, you have a horrific experience and come out of prison with a trauma.
That's the butt stuff.
If you roll a 4 or 5, it's whatever. If you roll a 6, you gain a prison claim, and you get plus 1 faction status with 1 faction that was inside there. And if you roll a critical, you get plus 3 rep, 1 prison claim, and 1 status.
Neat.
Prison can be good.
And yeah, prison is a separate claim thing.
Well, it's also something that we might decide to do just to lower our heat too. So.
Yes. When I mentioned you could play multiple characters, it's like, okay, Dr. Ho is going to prison for a few months. While he is there, I'm going to play a new character.
Are you trying to talk? Your mic might be messing up.
Who, me?
Oh,
What?
okay. You keep lighting up on and off. I don't know if you're trying to talk and things are broke.
No.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
it's fine. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I think I like
I just wanted-
urban.
I would never go to prison. It does not make sense.
I think Urban Combat Kit.
I am
is very good,
unprisonable.
and I would like a workshop as well.
We can't put Dr. Ho in prison. That's going to be a bad time for him.
He can shoot 4 splats out of his butthole. He'll be fine.
What does your character look like again, Fratly? I forget.
You're locked in here with me. Not that I'm in here locked in with you.
Aren't
You
you
know what I
some
mean.
cute little teddy bear looking thing?
I'm a small alien inside of a larger humanoid.
He's
vessel.
like controlling a
Oh,
human
right.
ship.
You have to be a human. Like your real appearance is not your actual appearance. I
Like
forgot.
the top half of like
Yes.
the head pops off, and then there is Dr. Ho driving the human.
Are you
Anyways,
like
Yep.
Are you like Cone
design
from
our crew
Bleach?
upgrades, guys.
I don't know who that is.
The little teddy bear. He's a pill and he pops out and goes in Ichigo's body.
Oh, nope.
It's
Are you in a suit then, or something?
he's a mod soul.
I'm taking over a humanoid's corpse.
Oh my god!
Maybe this was somebody. Maybe it was one of the other doctor's abandoned experiments.
Okay.
Okay, anyways.
You're piloting a body around. Okay.
I
You're
think for
right.
upgrades, I do like the Urban Combat Kit, and I also think quarters would be pretty good.
So what quarters is it's a place to
Yeah.
stay. Without it, you're sleeping on the ground.
Yep.
Oh, sorry. Without it, you are not sleeping in your lair. You're sleeping somewhere else, and you are vulnerable.
All right, sure. We're taking
Yeah.
quarters and Urban Combat Kit.
Okay.
That just seems.
So urban.
I would like a workshop eventually, though.
Yeah.
Quarters
Yeah.
just seems like safer though. Start with.
Yeah.
like
I'm
just
bored.
setting up. The first thing you do is you get that down.
But I don't want to sleep in the sewers, Dad.
All right. Next, let's
You
talk.
must.
It's okay.
cohort.
It's the nice part of the sewers.
You have a group of thugs. Because you're tier 0, your gang is 1 or 2 people.
We
You
have 2
1 or 2
thugs.
people that you've pitched this insurgency to, and
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
we'll help you. So you've got a couple of
Yeah.
good old boys here who are willing to help you make trouble.
Hell yeah, let's do it, brother.
What is the name of this cohort?
Billy.
Bubba.
It's just the name is Billy because it's just Billy.
There's Billy 1 and Billy 2.
Billy Senior,
Billy, fetch the
No,
lemonade.
Billy.
Junior,
Okay.
Senior.
So what is the name of this group of thugs? What do you call
Are they the Brothers of Dusk? Because we're the Brotherhood of Dusk.
the Brother Man Bills?
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh yeah, where does the logo go?
Call them the Dusk Initiates.
The Dusk Boys.
Sure.
We can call them the Billy Clubs,
the
guys.
Duskies?
'Cause They're a club of Billies.
Well, the Duskies.
Duskers.
Like Sandusky.
Duskers.
Oh Jesus Christ! Do not say that name.
Dusky?
Duskers?
Okay,
No.
so I'm on board with Dusk Initiates.
Boss says
That's fine.
Dusk Raiders.
Dustin Raiders.
Duskin Raiders.
Duskin Donuts. We're going with the weird ones.
Oh God. Okay. So
Dusk Raiders is cool too. But
I like
Call them
I
Duskin
do like-
Donuts.
Dusk Raiders is good. I actually like
these
And then
guys
their
are-
nicknames will be donuts.
So they're
Like,
described as killers, brawlers, and roustabouts, which is a fantastic word.
Restabouts.
roused about.
Sure. Dusk
So-
Raiders.
The Dusk Raiders.
Yeah.
Okay. The S is very technical because there's technically 2 people in this crew.
There's gonna be more one
Dusk
day.
Raider
There's
parenthesis S
exactly
parenthesis.
2.
It's based off your crew tier. So as since you guys are level 1 or tier 0 rather, that's how big you are.
Hmm.
But when you get up to tier 1, let's see here. Does it say? Look in scale. Where's scale? Bruh.
Can we also make the Dusk Raiders loyal and principled? We had a talk about this at some point earlier, I think.
True.
I don't know if we get that yet.
We did
Did
not.
did we get 2 edges or I guess we haven't gotten to it
Up
yet.
to 2.
It's like for
there it is.
every edge, you have to have a flaw.
When you get to tier 1, the Dusk Raiders will grow to 3 to 6
Oh
people.
man.
Nice.
And then 12 at tier 2, 20 at tier 3, 40 at tier 4, 80 at tier 5, and 160 at tier 6.
Alrighty then.
Is there a place for the logo?
Like, if you hit edit, you can upload it there, but not on this
Put in the
sheet.
bio and info.
Oh. I want to see Fratly's tight ass logo.
So
Bro, I want to see it too. What's it look like?
No, I've seen it though. I'm not saying I haven't seen it. I just
So,
want to see it on the page.
so you guys, so you need 1 to 2 edges and an equal number of flaws.
Yeah, I was gonna say loyal and principled.
Where are these at?
Page 96.
96.
Loyal means they cannot be bribed or turned against you. Principled means they have ethics or values that they will not betray. Which means that they could not refuse to do something you ask them to do.
I definitely agree with loyal.
Okay.
You don't want principled thugs?
It's funny because you take that, and then when you get the for the cause special ability, it says they'll undertake any service no matter how dangerous or strange. I guess that just overwrites principled.
Yeah, we take principled and then we cancel it out later. PogChamp power game.
I would still not let them not do certain stuff though.
We don't pay them to be principled. We don't pay them to think. We pay them to do.
I would go with either principled or wild if I had to choose
They're
between
part
them.
of an insurgency and they're fighting for a cause and they probably won't do stuff that goes against that cause, right?
I agree. Principle makes sense.
But also, I plan on role-playing my character to also have fucking ethics or values they won't betray as well, so
Okay, I'm putting principled down unless someone tells me otherwise.
I understand.
Otherwise, no kidding.
Fuck you.
I agree with principled, though.
So,
We'll just power game it out later, Smile.
That does mean the roll 2 dice to take the lower result.
2.
Which is less than ideal.
Hey, they succeeded.
Yeah, so it means they have a 75% chance to fail. Which, again, is less than ideal.
They
How can we get
succeeded
them
again.
to not fail so often?
Get to higher tier, because their equality is based off your tier.
Gotcha.
God damn it, roll 20. If you had a fucking dark mode, this would just look sick. Ugh!
Or you can get the Elite Thug crew upgrade, which makes all your thugs act 1 dice higher.
Yes, our 2 elite thugs. Behold.
And they're not elite in general, they're elite for your tier. So they're just 2 tier 1 thugs that are hanging out with you, basically.
Relative to us.
Everything's relative, yeah. Your elite gun. If you have an elite sword, it is still fucking trash compared to a basic sword of a tier 5 gang.
Yeah, we're 10-year-olds in the neighborhood hanging out with the 11-year-olds, dude. We're so cool.
Not yet. We didn't take the elite thugs yet.
True.
So yeah, there's your cohort. Then we need your. So we got your crew type, initial and reputation. We got that. Your hunting grounds. So you guys have chosen an area, an atlas. However, there are no free hunting grounds in this city. This hunting ground was previously owned by, let's see, I'm going to say the family.
The mafia.
Basically, they're a criminal organization that specializes in extortion and gambling. They have their fingers in a lot of pies all over the city.
I
If
like
you look
pie.
at the Factions of New Dawn City sheet, you will see all the factions.
Oh, they're only tier 2. Fine.
Okay, so that is their hunting ground. So you have to make one of 3 choices.
Fuck them.
You can pay them a coin, and whatever. You can pay them 2 coin as a show of respect, and you'll gain 1 status with them. Or you can pay them nothing and take -1 status with them.
I say fuck them.
Really?
Well, what if they can help us?
Yeah, I say we
you guys
should
can
try.
form alliances. It goes from -3, which is at war, to +3, which is allied.
Like, the more we have in our hunting grounds, the more advantageous our hunts will be.
So, like, if you guys want to, a potential avenue for victory here is for you to make allies with as many factions as possible to aid you in your insurgency. Or your other options are to destroy the other factions to grow your insurgency. It's,
Which I don't think we're equipped to do at this point.
at this point, probably not, but you get a little stronger, then you destroy a faction, take over some of their territory, you go stronger indeed. There's multiple different ways to handle this. It's however you guys want to play it.
What else would the coin be used for?
A lot of different things.
It's money essentially.
Yes, it is an arbitrary amount of money.
But I mean, at this point, what else are we
At this exact
looking
moment,
at?
nothing. But it can be used. Money can be used to do many things, including after every score, you will run into entanglements, which are bad things that can potentially happen after a score. Sometimes you get rounded up by the peacekeepers, and if you don't want to get your shit kicked out of you, you have to grease their palms with some cash. Pay them up for the coin. Sometimes you need an extra downtime. Those 2 downtime weren't quite enough. You can pay a coin to gain some extra downtime to represent the cost of you doing that.
Let's just
Coin
give
section.
them 1 then.
What happens
yeah,
if we
I say
give them
at
one?
least don't piss them off yet.
What'd you say, Alfred?
What happens if you give them one?
Nothing. No plus, no minus.
And if you give them 2, you get a rep with them. But so
Which-
1 coin is just no downside.
Rep isn't easy to come by.
And can you give them the other coin some other time?
No, this is a one-time thing.
Rip.
Okay, so we can choose to have some money on us,
Or start
and
broke.
not piss them off, or no money on us, but be slightly friendlier with the mafia.
Do we think the mafia is going to be useful in our goals, though?
After this,
Yes.
we're going to talk about your crew upgrades, because some faction helped you get your crew upgrades. And you can pay a coin to gain bonus status with them.
Okay.
And at the same time, one faction was harmed by you getting your crew upgrades. And you can spend a coin to reduce the status loss with them. So, you have to choose where
Alright,
to spend the coin.
let's
Are
only
we
pay one.
choosing
and see.
those factions?
So,
Our own?
well,
Or are
I
we
was
choosing-
going to suggest some. I was going to say some, and if you're like, no, I think this would fit better, we can have that conversation. So, the way I see it, so you guys got an urban combat kit and quarters in your lair, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got these with the help of the militaristic and well-ordered Black Eagles.
Are they Underworld?
Sounds about right.
Yes, they have helped you get these upgrades, which gives you 1 rep with them. You may spend a coin to gain a 2nd rep with them. Oh, by the way, on the faction list, WNS is weak and strong. And that's the hold they have.
over
You
their
go for-
territory,
so you go
over their
tier
turf.
0 strong. Right now, you guys are tier 0 strong. When you level up, you'll be tier 1 weak. When you level up again, you'll be tier 1 strong,
Oh, so it's like half a level.
basically. But you
Black
don't have to
Eagles.
pay to go from weak to strong. Your rep bar fills up, you go to strong, and resets to 0. You have to pay to advance a tier, I believe.
Well, that's the case. I say 1 coin to family, 1 coin to the Eagles.
And who did we piss
I'm
off?
not done.
here?
I'm not done.
I don't care
So-
about the negative rep.
So this faction was harmed. They don't like the Black Eagles, and they get in their way. You've angered the full decks. You're at -2 status with them, or you can pay them a coin to reduce the insult to -1.
Where the
So
full
they're chaotic evil, essentially. They just
The
do
full
it.
decks are based off like the Joker gang kind of thing.
Oh god,
Mhm.
yeah.
So chaotic, evil.
So- Not exactly reliable allies, but probably not people you want as your enemies.
I mean, but I would really like the
But you're
heavy
also
military group as our ally.
Because a
Honestly-
-2 can very easily turn into a -3, which is war.
Yeah, I'd rather have
Honestly,
like
I think we're gonna butt heads with them sooner or later, anyways. Because if what they want is anarchy, then
are they the
we just want
Suicide
Horizon
Squad?
gone, right?
Say what, Fatimir?
Okay, we as an insurgency just want Horizon gone. That's
And
that's our
that's-
goal.
That's up to you all. And maybe your goal can change.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
that's
mean,
our initial goal though.
Your world is your oyster. However, you are 7 tiers away from Horizon right now.
yeah, but I just figure we're gonna butt heads with the thingies sooner or later, maybe.
So this is the current setup. You have in this tab here. This is you spending. So right now, if you have spent no coins, this is your current look. You may distribute coins as you see fit to increase basically any of these. So if you've spent no coins, this is what your rep looks like. What do you guys want to do?
What am I looking at?
In the
If
fact,
you look at
the
the factions
faction.
in City, the status tab, which is like the -2, the 1, and the -1. You can't see this on the stream, I don't think.
no, it's kind of hard for me to add another window like that. Especially because these weird
I feel like
roll 20 pop outs.
Could
I
you
feel like
put it over the map?
Need to capture it
I don't.
and then
Oh,
Well,
because you have 2 different monitors. That's fine. Never mind. What'd you say, Alter?
I feel like we should zero out the family and go to -1 with the full decks. If we already have one with the Black Eagles anyway.
I'm okay with being at -1 with the family. I don't think we need to pay them.
my thought is +1 Black Eagles, +1 full decks. We have a really good ally, and then 2
So we
like
are at
slightly,
-1 with
yeah,
both.
and 2 like slight adversaries.
Sure,
That's kind of my thought.
I can agree to that.
Even though the family is going to be in like our hunting grounds, but
Yeah, I kind of dislike that.
So, to put this in perspective, -2 means they are openly hostile. They will look for opportunities to hurt you as long as it doesn't cause them too many problems. And they expect you to do the same. -1 is interfering. They will look for opportunity to cause you trouble as long as it causes no problems for them. It's like, if it's -2, they'll take a hit to give you a bigger hit. At -1, they'll hit you only if it doesn't cost them anything. They interfere with you. They don't openly go off against you. +1 means they're helpful, and they will help you if it's convenient. +2 means they're friendly, and they'll kind of go out on a limb for you a little bit. 3 is allies, which means that even if it's not in their best interest, they will always help you, and they expect you to do the same. -3 means you're at war. They will always go out of their way to hurt you, even if it's not in their best interest. They expect you to do the same. And when you're at war, your crew suffers +1 heat from all scores. You lose 1 hold, and you only get 1 downtime action rather than 2, which is brutal.
I still think +1 Black Eagles, +1 family, and fuck the full decks.
I don't like them potentially being able to fuck with us when we're just
we're
starting
able
out.
to fuck with them too.
But they're tier
How's that look
2.
on stream?
But we have a tier 2 ally or friend as well, not ally yet.
Looks good.
I still don't think we need to bother about getting the family back to 0.
So
I-
it seems
I
like our
just-
consensus is Black Eagles to 2.
Yeah, probably definitely.
Fratly, how
But
do you
I
feel?
think
Being kind of quiet.
Yeah,
Sorry,
that
what?
works for me.
I'd be willing to go with Black Eagles to 2 and full decks to 1. But I don't want to say fuck the full decks.
That's what I
See,
want. Yeah.
the family is directly located where our hunting grounds are.
Mhm.
The full decks are wherever.
But
Yeah.
they can still go out of their if they happen to be in the area while we're there, they're gonna fuck with us.
Sorry, what's
Yeah.
the S and the W mean under the hold?
Strong and weak.
Okay.
Basically half levels. If you cause a strong faction lose hold, become that same tier but weak. If you cause a weak faction to lose hold, they become the tier below but strong. So
Okay.
if you knock the full decks down a peg, they become tier 1 strong.
Yeah, but essentially my thought process is the family is not going on a limb to mess with us, but since we're in their hunting ground, it's not going to be hard for them to mess with us.
And the full decks are places too, like around your lair and such. This is why they're because the Black Eagles helped you with their lair, which hurt the full decks who were also in the area. And there are also full decks in
Atlas.
Atlas. Basically,
And-
everywhere that has criminal influence.
The
Okay.
thing that we don't have is any kind of security or anything in our lair. So they could
It is hidden.
easily hit
It
us
is
up. Oh, it's hidden?
Yeah, you
But
have,
like
you have
if
grid.
I still feel like they could hit our lair up.
I mean, so
They
could the
might be able
family.
to find it, yeah.
Either
Alright.
way, I mean, Fatimir does speak wisely that the family, you are directly in the family's territory, and it's a more direct affront to them than it is with the full decks. But having them at -2 does mean that you will be more likely to cause
So are
problems.
we
And
saying
if-
for sure Black Eagles +1?
It seems like 3 people said yes on that, so I assume that was consensus.
And
Yeah.
if the full decks do fuck with us and we fuck up really bad, we go to war with them instantly.
So here's what you have to. Here's basically the decisions is boiling down to: is would you rather have 2 factions at -1 or 1 faction at -2?
I would rather them both at -1. Is my vote.
I
Yeah.
would
I don't want a
I would-
-2 already.
Harley said -1.
Thanks, Harley.
I would honestly take the 1 -2 instead, but sure.
No, I think if we ask the Black Eagles, they might help us with the -1s. Maybe. I don't know if they're friendly.
I mean, the Black Eagles do not like the full decks, so
Yeah, exactly.
they will probably be. And since you have 2 stats with them, since you're friendly with them, they'll probably be pretty willing to help you fuck with them
If they fuck with
because
us.
it benefits them.
Right, and if they're at -2, then we could easily go to -3, and we don't really want that. at all.
Yeah, but since we are already friends with their enemies, it is likely that we will butt heads with the thingies anyways, sooner or later. So I don't see the
I
point.
would
in paying
rather
off here
that
right
be
now.
later though, and not have to deal with war super early.
Yeah, can we just delay the war? That's all I
Alright.
want. I just
Alright,
want to delay
alright.
the war.
Sure. Like I said, it's fine.
Like, yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna
delaying the war sounds good.
butt heads with them, but
So
like
some-
we should put that off so we're more
consensus-
prepared for it.
So you guys are out of coin, but this is your status setup now.
Okay.
-1, 2, -1. Cool.
Yeah,
We're
don't.
poor.
Who's clicking that? Stop that.
Stop it.
Oh, sorry.
That's me. I'm sorry.
We're both sorry.
Why are both of you stupid?
Runs in the family. I don't know Frisky's reason.
It comes with having an FR name that ends with a Y.
FR what?
You're
What?
Fratly and Fronsky.
Fratly and Frisky.
Oh,
Yes.
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 Yes. All right. So, cool. We're almost done here. We are almost done with setup here. So after that, we have to choose your favorite contact.
Who's
So
also
there's
getting
a set of example contacts in the PDF, but I'm going to go ahead and copy them over. I'll just clip it and put it in Discord so you guys can see. So those are the suggestions.
We were gonna
You
go
pick
with
one of
Bar
those
Owner.
to be an ally.
I don't want a martyr to be our ally because he's just gonna die.
We were gonna go with Crane, I believe.
Crane was the consensus the
Yeah.
other day, but
Yep. I'm still on board
You
for
can't
Crane.
go wrong with a
I'll use
barkeep.
Crane.
Yeah.
And
What kind of bar does he
sounds
have?
useful though.
I don't know. What kind of bar does he have?
Is he like a sewer bar, or is he like in a nicer part? of
Probably a
town?
dive bar.
I mean, you remember how in Skyrim you have like the bar, you have the Ragged Flagon outside the Thieves Guild, so it's also in the sewer.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't want that kind of bar, man.
If you
Yeah,
want,
bro. I don't know.
bar owner, you're using him for information. And you want him to be somewhere where. So having him in your hunting grounds would be a good idea.
Like a dive bar in Atlas.
Around Atlas.
Okay. So what's his name? Crane, bar owner in Atlas. And you guys, that was one of your contacts. However, this pisses off someone
And it also makes
because one faction is unfriendly with this guy, and they don't like this guy.
Why don't you like this man? He
Um,
gives you beers.
So, let's see here. Who doesn't like this guy?
Who doesn't like alcohol?
I don't know. Maybe he kicked him out one night. He got too rowdy.
Let's see. The Coven does not like this person.
Okay.
Want to piss off the coven? Weird.
He has. He's been maybe a bit too loose-lipped with some of the information that he's come across for their tastes.
I think you have a typo where it says gifted instead of gifted.
What?
In the factions document, it says magically gifted triplets.
Oh. There, is that better?
Yes.
Okay. And who do I want this to? Oh, no, a barrier, not the Coven.
I made him look at the sheet. I ruined everything.
No. This is fine. Let's see here.
Man, I'm so excited to get to know these groups. I'm just looking at the names and I'm like, ooh.
Let's see here. He is friendly to the populace of Atlas, but unfriendly to the Coven. I'm sticking with that.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
If you guys want, you can increase that intensity and go to +2 with the populace of Atlas, the citizenry of Atlas, but -2 with the Coven.
I think that's along the same lines as the full dex
Yeah.
argument. We want to delay whatever was going on with that, I think.
All right, so
So we'll
you guys
keep that
happy with
one.
this?
Yes.
All right, so
Sure.
that is your crew setup done.
Nice.
You guys have your name, your reputation, your lair, your hunting grounds, or what kind of hunting grounds they are. You have your crew upgrades. You have your cohort. You have your special ability. The factions have played their hands, and the where you lie, at least for now, is known. Now, the floor is yours. What will the Brotherhood of Dusk do?
I want to do some espionage first and find out info on Atlas. Figure out where it's safe and where it's not.
That's good. I like feeling it
So-
out first before we go.
Do not just mechanically. If you guys pick Sabotage, you gain a bonus dice to gather information. about that.
Yeah. So
What would we sabotage though?
That's what you gather information for.
yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
You go, what is there? Yeah, so if you look on your character sheet,
Okay.
at the bottom, there's a list of suggested gather information questions. And you can come up with your own, but that's a list of examples. But you guys can be like, what would be a good, like, what could we sabotage in our hunting grounds in Atlas? And, we could just say that, like, I can just do something like, oh, roll 20, why you like this? Just say, like, this is the hunting grounds you guys have selected. For example, that is the place that you have paid. No, you didn't pay them off.
Nope, we did not. We
You
just
kind of,
waltzed in there.
You waltzed in and kind of took this
This is ours
area
now.
from the family. It's ours, Smile.
I own this.
So they probably still patrol the area, right? Like,
Well, the idea is like kind of you're doing that now.
We pushed them out.
right? But we would encounter them. I would think.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So I would want to try and find out when they like come into the area to avoid them.
So you're going to try to work against the
Really?
against the family here.
What do you guys think?
I don't think so. I think we just shouldn't tangle with them as much as possible.
I don't think they're
Gotta
like a
keep it-
priority right now.
Okay. I mean, I just I wanted to avoid them, like get info to
yes,
avoid them.
but you. So you would like to spy on them to see how to best avoid them. Is that
So
your
the
reasoning?
way I can see it is that would be something you decide when you are deciding what you're going to do for a score. But okay, when we're doing this, how do we avoid interference from the family? Rather than just something you can actively do. Does that make sense to you?
Sort of. I think I'll get the hang of it.
Okay. And yeah, it'll take a session or two for you guys to really click.
Yeah.
I know that from experience.
Yeah, he's saying like we pick something we want to do, and then part of our gathering information for that particular run is that we say, okay, is there going to be family involved? How do we deal with them? So on.
I say we start looking for something to sabotage in Atlas. 'Cause that's kind of our shtick.
Okay.
Sure.
So what are you looking to sabotage?
Something that would hurt Horizon.
What would hurt
Yeah.
them?
A lot of
Maybe-
things hurt them.
Maybe
What can
a
hurt them
delivery
but
of
not piss
punishment
off a lot of
or
gangs?
something like that.
So a reminder, because you guys pick Atlas as your hunting grounds, there is no ideal time for clandestine crime. There are people working 24/7
Yeah. So we're gonna need to pay off people
with that money you
with
don't have.
the no money that we have. So yeah,
Maybe we should
this
try and
is
get
gonna
money
be
then.
an out operation. Hell yeah.
That is why you do scores, Frisky. You get money to do scores. So basically, what I'm saying is, this first one, probably you're not going to be able to be sneaky about it. If you can't be sneaky, or it's not that you can't, it'll be difficult.
We need to hit something that's gonna both hurt Horizon and line our pockets.
and potentially also get our name out there. Make us known.
Yeah. What about like hitting a shipment of something?
Yeah, I was thinking like
Yeah.
like weapons that we could resell or use. So we want something
Yes.
that we could resell that has value to people we would know.
All right.
But like we get some weapons and then we sell them to like the Black Eagles because they're very militaristic.
Okay. Sure. So, how are you looking to do this?
Should we hit a
Wait, we could hit them while they're like,
like a
yeah, like
transport,
while they're driving.
or should we hit a stationary location?
So, if you look at your character sheet, it'll mention kind of in the middle. Actually,
Planning
bottom.
load.
The six types of things. So, if you're trying to like hit a transport and kind of get away with something, that might be a transport plan. like hijacking a truck and driving it back to your lair, like transport. If you're looking to like break into a weapons manufactory and steal something and get out of there, that might be assault or stealth. You could try to use social or deception to try to, finesse your way diplomatically. You could try a cult and teleport weapons out, I guess. I don't know. It's up to you guys.
Summon demons to steal the weapons for us.
We have a demon already.
Yeah. Yes. I could defile whatever weapons depot they have.
Yeah, I think assault or transport.
Really...
I feel like
Those sound fun.
I feel like
Transport-
abducting a transport. Hell yeah.
I feel like transport is easier than building because it's not as
Not as defended. Yeah.
like, yeah.
And
We're
So
going.
trying to
with
take
transport.
something out of a hand when it's the arms extended rather than close to the chest.
and we're not. We're just starting out. We might not have the firepower or manpower to take on a guarded building.
Don't have a vehicle. So
We have jetpacks.
that is true.
That is
I
fair.
doubt you'd be able to jetpack all the way across the city.
Yeah, the idea would be that we have to take the truck or
Okay.
whatever the vehicle is.
So when we get to planning, the decision you have to make, if you are going a transport route, is the route and it's actually more than just the route. It just says route in the
The PDF, yeah.
in the PDF, but in actuality, it's like
cargo.
route and method, I believe. Yeah, route and means. You're carrying cargo through danger. The route and means is what you need. But before that, you might want to gather some information so you're not just going blind.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, since we don't have a
I mean,
vehicle,
we
we're
don't
probably gonna have to like jack them somewhere, somewhere where they have to stop or force them to stop.
Currently, we don't even know what kind of
Yeah.
thing. Do we even know if there is?
All right, so here's what we
a
do,
fucking
guys. We get
transport?
some explosives and we go through our sewers because we're in a sewer layer, and we tunnel up under.
Excellent.
But yeah, so we should figure out
no,
what kind of
seriously,
like what times, figure out what times these transports are going in and out.
Sure. Right. So, how does gathering information work? We need to spend downtime to do that, right?
No,
Essentially.
you don't use downtime to gather information. You don't have any downtime right now.
Yeah.
Gather information is something you just do, is part of the thing.
Right.
I believe. The way I've always played it is does not use downtime. If it did use downtime, holy shit, that'd be way more fucking difficult
Yeah.
because your downtime is already omega used.
Okay.
So
Good.
what you do is your character is going to gather some information. You tell me how you'd like to gather information, and you'd roll.
I'd ask where's the weakness along the route that we can attack most effectively.
How are you trying to discover that?
I've got an idea.
Okay.
As we're making the beat around Atlas, I'm going to pull some little urchins and thugs to the side, and I'm going to use my command skill to force the information out of them.
All right. So, because you are gathering information in your hunting grounds for a sabotage, you give them +1 die to this.
All right. And command is okay for that?
So command is you're ordering someone to give information. Did you
Yeah.
read the things I told you to yesterday?
Yeah, but they don't stick in my head, so I like
Okay.
use
It's fine. It's fine.
my best guess.
I am not flaming you. I'm just asking.
Command is essentially.
So, command is used to compel swift obedience. You might intimidate or threaten to get what you want. You might lead a gang. You could try to order people around to persuade them, but consortium might be better for that.
We
So,
don't have consort.
well, some people do. So, yeah, this means you're coming in and you are not asking. You are telling.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I'm pulling them into alleyways and like pushing them up against the wall and like trying to like shake them down.
Okay.
You're intimidating
The
people.
command
Yes.
with +1 dice. Position does not matter for gathering information.
Is corrals like consort?
Is that a
Corral
crit?
consort. Oh, that's a crit.
Oh,
Sick.
Oh. And what was the question you were asking?
oh! I thought you said. Tell me how you want to look for information. You didn't say anything about.
What kind of information are you trying to gather here?
Oh, so we're trying to find information on the transport. So, if they've heard of transports, if there's a weakness in a transport or something.
If they've
right?
heard
Well, help
about
me out
any
here, guys. What do you
expensive
think?
shipments that are scheduled to come through the area.
Okay.
Yeah. What
Yeah,
else?
absolutely. So so the way it works is, and this is fine. I'm kind of doing tutorial stuff here. So you gather information to try and find out something specific. You're not just trying to find out something specific. Since you got a great, it doesn't actually cover what a critical success does, so it's even better than great. So, for example, you can look at the bottom of your character sheet and give you some example gather information rolls. So it's kind of pretty common information that there are weapon shipments. I'm not going to sit guys and say, oh, you have to find out the exact times. That's not super relevant.
Okay.
So you can figure out some more specifics. Like you're trying to figure out how to get one of these transports, right?
Yeah.
So you can ask, where's the weak? Like you're like, what can I exploit here to get at one of these? That might be a good. Or what should I look out for with these things? Like, what's the security like? How can I find X? That's awesome. How can I, how do I know which one's the right load? But you need to give me something specific, and because you rolled well, you will get follow-up questions. But for now, that's what so you have to give me something so I can respond to you.
How do we exploit these shipments that are coming through Atlas?
So you got to. So this kid knows some stuff. He's been around. He's seen some things. He knows that there is a fueling station, a gas station, that these shipments often stop at. And the drivers will fuel the car and then go in and, get a soda, come back out. So that would be a point where they are not moving. Other than that, there's also certain checkpoints they stop at, although there would be more security there.
Gas station bet sounds pretty good.
What's
Alternatively, because you got a crit, so I'll give you this too. You could hit them as they're leaving the manufactory. The shipments get loaded up before the drivers get there. So, if you, I'm kind of feeding you this a little bit because it's first time in. That means, like, for example, you guys could maybe turn that into a espionage or a social strike, wherein you impersonate a driver and drive away with the car. That's an option.
That sounds fun.
what?
Are
Do you have to get
any of us good at social stuff?
I can command. That's about it. Sorry.
Do you have to get 2 6s to get a critical?
2 6s is a critical.
Multiple 6s, yeah.
2 or more, yeah.
It's crazy that he got a first row. I like that.
Is this a omen of things to come, or have you used all your luck up on this?
The latter.
We shall see.
Well, so
Can I do a hunt on the truck route to see all the places that a transport would normally go to, and see if I could identify which one's the most vulnerable?
You kind of already got that.
Yeah, the fuel station I think is the most vulnerable.
He gave you
fuel
3
station-
points where it'd be impossible. Is the fuel station, the checkpoint, and the factory.
Factory, yeah.
Could I, once we pick one of those, could I hunt to see how many guards and stuff are there?
So, what to look out for might be something you're kind of looking out for here.
That'd probably be more like a study.
Oh no, I mean you can use whatever you want. Like hunting is used for, she could spend the day like tracking the shipments and seeing what security is like on certain shipments. That's absolutely something I'd be allowed.
Or hunting,
As long as
hunting
we-
down the individual drivers.
that could also be an option.
Maybe a way to identify which ones are like the shipments we want to take.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have to ask me a specific question here, Alter.
I was trying to figure out like security.
Okay. So you're trying to figure out security, and how? So you would like to do that by trying to hunt this?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me your hunt roll, +1 dice. Five. Okay. Get good details. Clarifying and follow-up questions are possible. So, typically the driver is not the only person in the vehicle. There's a driver and a guard who travels with them, as well as 2 guards that ride in the back. In addition, there is also a truck that drives with them as an escort.
Like a pickup, like are there guards in that too, I assume? Like armed guards?
So you're looking at about 6 guards, which means that is a tier 1 cohort, which means you guys will be acting as you're a tier below that.
Mhm.
So which this means all your effects against that will be lowered by 1 level. So basically your default position to work against that is limited.
Do the guards come from any particular like faction or anything?
Absolutely. The guards are How do I put this? No, not really. Not specific. They're just hired guards. They're hired guards.
So, more question for the group: do we want to try our hands at the factory thing, or do you all feel like armed robbery at the fucking?
I think we're probably
tax
more set up for
station?
the gas station. None of us are like
All right.
super good at like social deception really at the moment.
Yeah. No.
I mean, you could just bust into the factory and steal the truck. You don't have to be.
Yeah, but I feel like if we're gonna do that, yeah.
There would be more guards at the factory than there would be on the transport, probably.
Yeah, that's what I figure. Like, there's gonna be less security where they're traveling, and they're gonna be more susceptible rather while they're like, the driver has to get out of the car, get out of the truck.
How do you guys feel about blowing up the fuel station as we drive away with the truck, or do something like that?
Would be.
I think that's too much.
Seems excessive.
Yeah, I think that's too much as well.
But also, it doesn't really like get us towards our goal.
Certainly,
Well, it's sabotage.
Yes, but it would sabotage the fuel station and not.
It would sabotage the people that we're trying not to piss off.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
the citizens of Atlas still need that fuel station, and we're
Yeah.
trying to gain their support.
that would almost certainly kill people. Which would
Yes.
basically,
Also
if you did that, you can't do that. But if you did that, it would likely generate a pretty good amount of heat.
Yeah.
All right.
So we're trying to go as
We are
Outside
the
of-
the
possible.
Brotherhood of Dusk is for the people.
yes, exactly.
Yeah,
And-
like
and
when we
make
did
that-
the tutorial run, we were trying not to kill people because we didn't want the heat generated.
Except
Like-
at
But
the
you got
end
blown
where
up.
we were like, all right, we're scrapping any of this, and then
Yeah,
fucking
because we're
jury-rigging
like-
and turn it into a bomb.
We're not actually playing with this heat, so we're just gonna do something fun at
And
the
fuck
end.
that
But
soup.
like,
So
we're trying
what-
to kill as few people as possible to keep the heat to a minimum.
Well, no, we're
So it's
trying not to
a
kill
system.
innocents, but like
Yeah.
Horizon
The
people,
way
so
it
fuck
works
them.
mechanically is if there is any bodies, 1 or 50, it's +2 heat.
Right.
So,
So,
if you're gonna kill one person, I guess you can go nuts, but that's like if you're power games, which you're not, obviously.
So you might as well just go big. If you're gonna kill one, just kill everybody.
Just kill everyone.
just kill everybody. It's a perfect stealth mission if there's nobody left to notice you. Exactly.
Stealth is optional for this game.
I forget.
No, I was. So what questions have we figured out already? We know where.
So you got ideas of where places you might hit this, as well as
What we should look out for.
And then the security there. And again, you can't get too specific, and you guys aren't going to be playing, okay, we're going to jump here and do this. You're going to basic details, then you're going to hit it, and then flesh things out.
Right. I was going to suggest I hack into essentially the. I assume that there are cameras at the gas station and reviews the security footage to find out weaknesses in the coverage of the truck by the guards.
So what are you trying to ask me here?
Essentially, where's a weakness at their security that we can exploit?
Russian stealth.
So no Russian. Okay, so you're trying to figure out where the weakness is here.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Go ahead. Hack +1 dice because you got information on a sabotage mission near hunting grounds.
1.
Okay, 5. All right. So, what is the weakness here? Can't report the body if you are the body.
Tep's temple.
There's the weakness here.
Do you get...
Go ahead, Alter.
Do you get anything for having your heat meter fill up, or is it just when you hit the one?
If it fills up, you get a wanted.
No, but I mean before that. Like if you take 2 heat, does anything happen to you for having taken 2 heat?
The higher your heat is, the worse your entanglements are at the end.
Okay.
So having 3 heat is better than having 6 heat, even if the wanted level is the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
The less heat, the less attention you get from the authorities, which is ideal.
Yeah.
You don't want to get wrecked by the authorities.
I was just wondering how much impact that actual number of heat you had on the thing.
It does have an impact. Okay, so you're looking at the gas station weakness?
Yep, essentially.
What is a gas station weakness? So
I mean, not necessarily weaknesses of the gas station, but weaknesses of the convoy while it's at the gas station.
Right. What's something you could exploit at the gas station? I feel like I've kind of already covered this. They go there, they fuel the truck up. It takes a while for them to fuel up, so they typically kind of get out and leave it unattended for a while. So they're there for a decent amount of time. So you kind of have a pretty good window there.
Right. So if we essentially, if what you're saying is there's a huge window to kind of distract them and just snatch it, then run off.
Yeah, if you want to distract it, and that could be something you use your cohort for. Your cohort can make trouble, get their attention, while you guys steal things. That's an option. That's something you can use your cohort for. Your dust raiders.
And then they die, and then we have a dust raider.
Dust raider.
A single dust raider.
They will probably not die. They might get injured, but death is unlikely because this is just a 1 tier up.
I mean, yeah, and then I can stitch them back together. It's fine. I got this.
You might put the leg in the wrong spot, but it's fine. No complaint. No free healthcare. No complaint.
Adamantium bones. Exactly.
Jesus.
All right. So yeah, that sounds like a plan to me so far.
And we can't get too specific here. We're just doing generics here. We are not Shadowrun planning. That is expressly forbidden in the system.
Yeah.
Verboten.
Mm-hmm.
Does
any other
anybody...
information you want to gather?
I don't think there's much else
we have the location. Can I?
How about
Can somebody do a roll? I don't know if I have anything for it, but can somebody do a roll for what is actually? Would what we're stealing be something that we could find out so we can get something more valuable with a good roll?
Not
is
really.
that like how that works, or is it
specific? You guys basically you guys can choose what you're aiming for. This isn't going to be a huge thing, just because it's if you wanted to go for something bigger, you'd be going up against a bigger threat, basically. So it's kind of vague, and that's one of the things I decide what kind of reward this is.
That's
Okay.
So that's not really I don't feel like that's in the purview. Like, if you guys think that'd be something that we should do, I'm always open to it.
My
This game-
thought
this
is,
game isn't
would
but-
trying to figure out an escape route beforehand, would that be something good in the scope?
Absolutely, that is vital, because you guys need to give me a means and a route to hit this as a transfer.
And the route would be our route.
Yes. How are you transporting these goods out of danger? That is the detail you need to provide me so as we can start this score.
So we need to find a good, like, route that would get us out of the radar and back to our.
And I'm not looking for a little road. You're not going to draw through the
No,
streets.
can I like study Redwood for a good like dead zone? That would have
A way to, like, perhaps lose people which are
to lose people and like minimal camera coverage, so we can get the truck in somewhere and like unload it.
That's a little specific. It's how do I put this? Yeah, I guess that's fine. You can try to study to look for something like that. Study some.
I need specifics. It's too specific.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a
I'm
weird
just
place.
making a joke. I know.
And I'm also
making-
learning how to use this, so please be patient with me.
No, not allowed.
So yeah, you can go ahead and study with +1.
5.
5. All right. So you're looking through some places, and you believe that a good route for this would an option that would actually, if you cut through Lodestone.
Okay, I think it would be pretty good.
Do you think there's a route you could take through Lodestone
Back into Redwood.
and then get into Redwood? Yeah.
Nice.
So, or you can just go straight through Redwood and try to figure it out on the fly.
I mean, no, if I
Just
come up with
Lodestone?
something, I would like to use that.
All right. Sounds wunderbar.
Okay, I've received messages in Discord. Okay, it's not from one of you guys.
And the only
It was me.
one of us that has like any real finesse is Alter's Deathbat, right? Deathbat might have to do the driving.
I don't have any finesse, Smile.
Good. If,
Does anybody have any finesse smile?
I don't have any finesse.
Remember when I said I wanted to take it because driving, but then I took it because I took 2 and hunt instead?
Hmm.
Smile.
well,
Oh, yeah.
time to push ourselves. Take some devil deals.
Yep.
Nobody has a single point in finesse.
All right.
Good.
Does our
Nice.
cohort have points in finesse?
Yeah, the cohort can drive. The will roll 0 dice and take a lower 2 dice and take a lower result, because they take 0 dice for
But
everything.
that's what we would do too. Smile.
So I mean, this is something to consider. Maybe you go with a different tactic.
Yeah,
Well-
maybe
No matter what, we would have to drive the thing out of there. So
Well, like, it's kind of you gotta have to play into the fiction of the game. Like an assault plan would be like busting in, assaulting and taking these weapons like from the factory, and then getting out. So you'd be assaulting to get the weapons, and you would not be transporting.
But we don't
Yeah.
have any vehicle in which to load them into anyway.
You can duck into the sewer. Maybe you can talk to someone else. You could, you could use the Black Eagles. You could say, "Hey, we'll do the hard work. If you have some trucks outside, we can load these on. You guys will get a cut." That's an option.
I do.
But
That
then we're
sounds like
hitting the
pretty
heavier
good
arm
option
thing.
actually. The question then is just if we're doing assault or like
Yeah,
I
so
still like our
if you're
transport.
gonna
I think just if we do driving, we just burn some stress, right, to push yourself.
yeah, that's why you guys can assist. You can push yourselves. You can
I
turn
think
the
I'm
devil
fine.
wheels.
Yeah, you could.
Hell yeah.
The doctor
Hell
could
yeah.
hack. Dr.
We're
Painkiller
just
could hack the truck.
transporting.
Remember, that's
yeah.
what we said before. If we had a
Autopilots.
vehicle issue, that we'd have a hacker. This AI, you have that AI, you could make drive the truck for us.
It's not a full blown AI. It's just a shard, but sure.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I mean, maybe they would let you
Or
use
that could be, like-
hack to
That could be like assisting or
And-
setting up.
like you're not going to have to roll finesse to just drive the thing.
No, but if we're getting chased, is my thought.
Yes, if it requires something dangerous, then. But you all know how to drive. You all have your driver's license.
Nice.
Cool. All right. So we're hitting the.
Oh, yeah, I definitely have a motorcycle.
Is it a
do we
chopper?
have any
No,
more
this isn't
information we need
text.
to gather? Did
Frisky,
anybody?
Fratly, any ideas?
Oh, we have the route and the means, right? So we're good.
Okay, so your route is to go so your mean is to steal this truck and get it back to your base through Lodestone to Redwood.
Mhm.
Yes. All right. Means we are zooming in on the action. So
Hell yeah.
this is your engagement.
We also need to decide what load we're taking, right?
Yep, you absolutely do need a side load.
Who the fuck am I marrying? Help!
What?
Oh my god.
What?
Band the engagement.
Right.
Band.
So load light or normal or heavy.
I mean, we're going kind of loud here, right? So normal or heavy?
Yeah, we're not. It's not a covert mission, so I'm just gonna say normal probably.
And we have
Not
Quick and
heavy.
dirty.
we have the urban combat kit, right? So we get some free load for weapons and armor. Is that how that works?
So yeah, basically your first 2 points of weapons or armor does not count towards your load.
Okay.
And that's everybody gets that?
Yep.
It's not a pool
It's a crew thing.
Everyone gets
I mean,
that.
like, it's not a pool where only so many people can take points out of it. It's everybody gets it.
Everybody gets it.
Cool.
Hey, I remember that picture.
Yeah.
I think.
A few times.
Yeah.
A good picture.
Yeah.
God, you added so much work for him, Alter. Look at all.
I was trying to make it look
does look nice.
nice.
Look at the
is-
production value, though.
I worked very hard.
It looks
It
very
does.
good. I like it.
Fancy AF.
All right. So we agree on normal load, I guess.
Yeah.
Or I mean, we don't need to all take the same amount of load, right?
Right.
Do we?
Wait, are we allowed to do that?
I'm going heavy.
Are we allowed to choose
Bad.
different loads?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
I didn't
Okay.
think so.
Oh, okay.
I guess I'll go
So
normal
normal then. Cool.
So you basically get 7 points.
Basically, as long as 2 of them are for
Yeah.
weapons and armor.
Which is clutch.
Yeah.
IMO.
Armor is 2 loads, so.
Yep.
So
you
we
can
all
wear
get
armor.
2
for
free
free?
points in weapon or armor.
Or
Yeah,
or
but
2
you
guns.
don't need to assign the
You
actual items yet.
pick low. You pick what you're actually using in the moment. Okay, and don't forget about flashbacks. Did you all worry about flashbacks?
Yeah.
I did.
tried to.
Mhm.
So flashbacks allow you to do things before the mission retroactively. You can invoke a flashback to roll for an action in the past to it that impacts your current situation. Maybe you convinced a watch sergeant to cancel patrol that night, and you could sway to try to make that happen. And I'll set a stress cost for that flashback. If it's an ordinary action for which you had an easy opportunity, it's 0 stress. For example, consorting with a friend to arrive at a place ahead of you. That's whatever. 1 stress is a complex or unlikely opportunity, such as sneaking your pistol into a hiding spot in a building before you guys got there. 2 or more stress is an elaborate action that involves special opportunities, such as studying a property and learning of its history, and know that it is know about like a ghost that is known to haunt part of a building, and you know you can compel it to reveal the location of the vault. So like an ass pull like that, 2 or more stress.
You're like, that's a stretch.
But that's how the game works. If you're like, no, but I knew there's a ghost here that knows how to get into this vault. Okay, that's a fine flashback, but that'll cost 2 stress. And that's how the game works.
Where are the flashback thing?
Page 132. It gives you flashbacks, the limits of flashbacks, and their examples. A flashback can't undo something. If someone confronts you, you can't flashback and
I killed that person.
Oh, no, she's not there. Yeah, I killed that person. No, you didn't. She's right there. Well, maybe you thought you did. Call a bitch. But anyway. So that's how flashbacks work. So we're going to engage now. Engagement roll. Is this an operation particularly bold or daring? I'd say yeah. You're stealing maybe. A car in broad daylight, in a way.
A daylight? Excuse you, daylight?
There's no daylight.
Artificial daylight, but it's daylight.
Does it mimic like a normal cycle where there's a nighttime, or is it always daytime in here?
No, it is it's like day, evening, night, morning, day. Okay. It is a normal cycle.
But no sun.
Yeah, it's all artificial. It's the artificial lights in the ceiling of the dome.
Mm-hmm.
They have UV lights. They turn on during the day.
Sky above the porpoise colored. To a dead channel.
I'll suck your dick if anybody knows that quote. And nobody does.
Nope.
A quote by William Gibson?
That's the opening line to Neuromancer.
Neuromancer, yeah. The fuck is Neuromancer? Anyway.
Cyberpunk, baby.
Anyway, engagement.
Okay, so does the plan details expose a vulnerability to the target hit them when they're weakest?
Kind of is a weakness of theirs.
Yeah. Can any of your friends or contacts provide help? I wouldn't say so, unless you guys have an argument for that. Are there any other elements? So they're higher tier. So they're higher tier, which will take away a dice. So you're going to get 2 dice to engage here. Someone roll a fortune roll with 2 dice. It can be anyone. Just call it out, so around 2 people.
I shall do it because I'm really lucky.
All right, Fratly, with 2 fortune.
Oh, you've used up your luck already. Fool. Okay.
It's language.
I'm shutting up now.
He called it shot, man. He called it shot.
It's the greatest thing that could have happened.
He obliterated.
No, the greatest thing that could have happened.
That was a crit.
Okay.
I would have really muted myself for the rest of the session.
No.
Yeah, bye guys. I'm done here. All right. Let me get a few things situated and let me get underway.
Imagine how great it would have been if I fucking failed it, though. It would have been another reason you can laugh at Fratly.
We don't laugh at. We only laugh at Fratly because we like you.
It would have been a meme either way.
Yes.
Fratly, I want you to know that I consider you a good friend, and that the foundation of any friendship is unsolicited abuse.
It's true.
It's kind of true, yeah.
I've had to put up with Titus's abuse for almost 5 years now.
Oh God, it hasn't been that long. Overwatch
2016, bro. 2016.
Oh fuck! Overwatch released in 2015.
Yeah,
what the fuck? After we've been friends for over 5 years.
I thought
I
thought we met in 2016.
That might have been the
like
beta.
March of 2016.
Yeah. So it's almost been.
I've never gotten to the beta.
Yes.
Monka S. All right. So you got a 6. That means you're going to start this in a controlled position. So you guys arrive at the speed stop gas. The truck's pulled up and it is fueling. It's beginning for its journey. Let's see here, control position. And I'll get better at this as we go on. So, do it with increased effect and opportunity. Just trying to. So, yeah. The driver and guard are in the gas station. and it looks like their patrol truck is lagging behind and hasn't arrived yet. What do you do?
We should hit.
The patrol truck is the one that we want.
The patrol truck is the one with the extra guards in it.
Is there some way we could set up like a roadblock so they definitely can't get close?
How would you do that?
I'm thinking.
Flashback.
Could I cause an explosion?
No, no explosions.
Yeah.
No explosions, please. It would,
Okay.
as long as we can, let's just keep it on the down low.
If Kato's was
so-
here, he would have been absolutely on board with that idea.
Like some way to manufacture some sort of car accident
We
that
could
is like a minor fender bender that like blocks them from
we could
getting.
use our
That would
cohort
be
for that
What about
as a flashback.
That would be a flashback.
Yeah. Right. Well, let's first deal with the situation at hand, and then when they come rolling in,
So-
we say, "Haha, we planned for this." And
The guards are in the gas station. One's going to the bathroom, another one's getting some beef jerky. Beef in quotes jerky. Another one is getting a Slurpee. Another one's looking at like the 8 different types of chips and deciding which one he wants. So they're there, they're distracted, but there is nothing between them and the truck but a glass wall.
there is a security systems in place.
Yeah, there's a security camera, but it's like, whatever.
Then I'm gonna. Do we want to leave evidence? Question mark.
Should we have a calling card?
No.
It's a good question. Do we? I mean, if we're doing insurgency, do we want to do it as like the way terrorists would claim, acts of chaos? Do we want a name to be filed with this attack, or are we just doing it to kind of get money for now?
I mean, we want our name out there because we want people to know about us and get behind us.
I'm asking if I should try and hack into the security, essentially.
I know. I was asking if we should have a calling card. The Sticky Bandits.
I think not yet. We should make our debut when we're on better footing.
That's what I was thinking.
So, something to be aware of is reputation is something you get after a run. Where is that? Reputation. So, it's not going to be more specific than this. I guess that's up to me. Okay. So, cool. That's fine. It's up to me. That's even fine. So, if you guys do something that does bring more attention to yourself and, claim it, you'd probably get more heat, but you'd also probably get more reputation, which is how you level your crew up. You need to max out your rep bar before you can buy your way up to the next tier. So, to keep in mind.
I think we should focus on getting our coins up before.
All right, so
Increasing our heat and our rep and stuff.
in that case, I guess the first thing we do as we arrive at this scene is deal with surveillance. Yes.
So you're going to hack the cameras?
Yes, Dr. Med Painkiller is going to take out his AI shard and use it to connect to the security systems, cackle a little bit to himself while
So
hacking.
you're using the AI shard here?
Yeah, probably.
So
It's
kind of the way in the fiction of this is that's not really an obstacle right here. So I can I would just be like, I hack it and disable the security cameras. Okay, that's fine. This first obstacle I put in front of you is the truck's in front of you. The guards aren't here.
We need to hit it fast.
Your target's in front of you. The guards aren't there, but you can see it. This is your obstacle. How are you dealing with it? You are in a controlled position. The other guards aren't here, and these guards are distracted. You are have an advantage here that you may exploit.
Right.
How are you doing that?
So we assume that the security is turned off then? Cool.
Yeah, I don't think that's not going to be really relevant.
Security
here,
isn't the problem right now. Basically, is what he's saying.
Right.
We could just take advantage of our controlled situation and go fast and get in the truck and skedaddle.
That would be a group prowl, probably. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
Prowl?
Yeah. All right. We
Group prowl.
group prowl and try and just take the thing.
So, who is your leader?
Who is our leader?
All
I
the
am.
leaders are just taking the stress here.
I am the 2 prowl.
But it doesn't matter. It's only.
I know
that-
it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
that doesn't matter for the group thing.
You wanna
And
take
we
the
all
stress?
are in equal stress right now, so.
I'll take it since I can assist for free a few times.
Cool. The exec is leading. Everyone give me a prowl test. Controlled, standard.
Time to fail. Okay, never mind.
I need a roll from you as well. There you go.
Oh,
Take
no.
what, 2 stress?
You take 2 stress and you get a 6 from Deathbat, so you succeed.
Alright.
You guys get to the truck without being spotted.
Alright.
The keys are not in the truck.
I assume I can take care of that with hacking.
Sure, if you'd like to hack it open.
Well, first, before that, I would like to maybe study or survey the truck for. Actually, studies for detail, surveys for general things. So I would like to study the truck for any traps or mechanisms that I might set off with.
All
If I
right.
just try
That
to
sounds
go
like
for
a
that.
setup roll.
All right.
So cool. Yeah, go ahead and roll. Study.
Can I set myself up? Is that even a thing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Setting up. Oh, I guess this is so. What a setup role is how to enable you to use a different role. So this is just a study here to try and find. So this isn't really a setup role. This is just an action roll.
All right.
So this would be risky standard.
All right. Risky standard study.
Alrighty.
Oof.
You are searching for countermeasures, like searching through a minefield with your foot. You find them, and the alarm starts going off.
Oh no.
And, you can resist this if you'd like. That's an option.
I
Or you
would
can
like
continue.
to.
We get an extra dice roll for resistance.
And I think you can actually set that somewhere.
You can click bonus dice as well. I'm just.
Yeah. So if you click on the gear on the top part of your sheet, there is a resistance, insight, and proud. There's a bonus to resistances. You can just tick all those up one.
Like so.
Yeah, like that.
Cool. Alright.
So this would be, I would say, probably insight.
Yeah.
You try and
alright.
resist.
I'm pressing the button.
That's
Jesus.
a lot of dice.
Do you have a point in everything?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Nice sixes. You take 1 stress. So the alarm is about to go off, but you quickly move and you cut that before it happens.
Well, that was close.
So yeah, what are you sitting at? Time's ticking. What's now?
I mean, now I guess I hack the van open.
Okay, risky standard.
Oh boy. Risky standard. No bonus dice. Does anybody want to assist this? Or fuck it.
Okay.
Pressing the
okay.
button.
Oh!
Nice.
God.
Dr. Med Painkiller is trying to hack this thing, but the security is a bit harder than he thought it would be. And it's taking a while. And while you were hacking this, one of the guards who's getting, he turns around like Slim Jim in his mouth and sees you are looking at the truck. The guards are now coming.
Okay.
You just,
And I didn't get it open
Could
yet.
you just resist that again?
What kind of resistance would that be? Another insight?
Probably inside again, yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna resist it again, or attempt to.
Mhm.
Hey,
All right,
no
you take a
stress.
stress. So, You've tried a couple times to hack this thing. It's proving difficult. You think there's a way you could still do it, but you're going to be in a worse position. If you try to hack this thing in a start, you're going to be in a desperate, limited position by default.
Is he trying to hack it to open the door or hack it to start it?
He's trying to start the truck. The door's unlocked.
Yeah.
one of
Essentially,
the-
get the truck under control.
One of the
So
inside doors
how
has
do
the
you
keys.
this consequence?
All right. Essentially, we have spotted the guard about to turn around, and kind of ducked behind the van.
Okay,
Out
so
of his
you're
line of
all
sight.
like, yeah, you're all okay. Cool. So you're hiding, so he doesn't notice anything wrong. Cool. All right.
Cool.
So what now? The rest of you guys can do stuff too. This is not just a
Yeah.
Fatimir show.
Can I attempt to get in like an advantageous position where if they do come out, I can ambush them?
That's not something that's a challenge. That's not. There's no risk associated with that. So you can just say you do that.
All right.
So are you like gonna lurk near the truck? Or are you trying to go somewhere close to the building?
The plan is to get the truck and to get out. So
So like,
Right.
there's room for you for a driver and one other person up front, and then the other three are probably gonna have to be in the back of the truck. Think of it as like a covered like transport truck, not like a pickup truck.
So does that mean that you can just hop in?
Yeah. Well, there's like a door on the back.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you meant like fabric cover or actual
No,
hardcover door.
It's like a semi truck.
well, does anybody else?
So it's
want
like
to do
that. So like
something?
two people can be up here, and then like open the doors, and like three of you need to get inside, or like you can hang off the back if you want and be cool and stuff.
Yeah, I do that.
Does
Okay, so-
anybody else want to do something here before I make a fool of myself once more?
I don't know how
We
I
got
could
the trucks
assist.
there, right? We
I'm
can
trying
just
to
leave.
figure out how I could assist your hacking.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just support right now, just waiting for something to happen.
I mean,
Alrighty then.
you can just like, as long as you can think of a reason, you can just assist someone and give them a +1 to hack. That's just something you can do. You should give how you're helping, but you don't need to roll anything. You don't need to have to be clear, all of you can do everything.
Like,
Mhm.
All
how
of you
about
do it. You all can invoke, you all can hack, you all can finesse. That's something you can do.
how about I've stolen cars before and I kept pointing
Okay, you
for
give
the
me
basics.
some pointers to stealing cars.
Absolutely. So that would
Yeah.
be 1 stress to you, Walter, and 1 dice to you, Dr. Med Painkiller. You're still at desperate limited.
Can I assist?
We would need a setup to
Put
change
it in a better
the
position.
thingy, right?
So Fatimir can push himself to increase his position or his effect,
All right,
if you'd like, or you can take a devil's bargain to do that.
all right. What would the devil's bargain here be? Alert the guards.
The devil's bargain would be you get the extra effect, but the alarm is going off, and there's nothing you can do about it.
I think that's fine actually, right?
So devil's
Everyone?
bargain. So
And anybody against this?
I don't
Nope.
have, yeah, I
No.
know where it is.
So desperate standard with a bonus die. And don't forget, you get a tick of insight XP for doing a desperate action.
Hell yeah. Okay, so desperate standard hacking with 1 bonus die.
Mhm.
Desperate standard 1 bonus dice.
All right. So you position desperate. Okay.
Take 1 insight
You get in. So you start up the truck, but when you're messing with the wires, you cross a wire you shouldn't have. The truck starts at the cost of you being severely electrocuted. Take a level 3 harm.
Alright.
Oof.
Can I armor this?
Absolutely, you can.
Alright. I would like to check 2 boxes of my 2 free load boxes of armor then. And
Okay,
remove
this will
that.
take it down to a level 2 harm.
Can I then also heavy armor it?
Yeah,
Or-
if you'd like. You can also just resist it with a prowess roll. Or I could see insight working if you could give me an argument, but probably prowess here.
Nah. Sure. I'm gonna use my normal armor and prowess to
Okay.
resist.
This is currently level 2 harm. This reduces level 1 harm.
So
Give me your prowess.
ow,
Take 4 stress. You have a level 1 harm. The car is started, but the alarm is blaring. The guards are scrambling outside, some of them pulling their guns out to stop you with bullets.
All right. Hop in and off we go. Yes.
Are they they're still inside though?
No, like, they're coming out and they are shooting at you all. Like, they are shooting. What do you all do? This is your current problem. Like, yeah, you can get in and drive off. That'd probably be like, based on how well you rolled with that, you would take some damage. Probably. Or you could try to deal with this by suppressing them with, like, Hunter Skirmish.
I would like to pull out like a flashbang grenade and toss it at the entrance to the gas station as they're coming out.
Is that a gadget
No.
you have?
I would say that'd be like a non-lethal weapon.
You have that immobilizer gun. Yeah, okay. I'd say that the flashbang gun could be your non-lethal weapon.
Okay, it's a gun that shoots flashbangs. No, it's a weapon. How about that?
I just think that like stuff like that would probably fall under like alchemicals and grenades, which is something you craft in downtime.
Okay.
But for now, it's fine. Let's not worry about it now.
It's a grenade launcher that shoots.
Or just take a super science weapon that creates
So
a deafening blast of sound that disorients them.
that's also fine. So how are you doing this? How do you like throwing this grenade sounds like skirmish to me.
I would be in the front of the truck, probably with the good doctor. And I would chuck it out the window at them if they're coming out.
This sounds like they're a higher tier of guards than you. So I would say this is going to be risky limited by default.
Frisky limited. Anyone doing anything?
Can I? I would like. Hang on. No, I would not like to assist. I'm stressed.
You're already at 5 stress. You have 3 other party members to rely on.
Yeah, I wanna defile the gas station. I wanna summon some spirits in.
Okay, what does defile do?
You may invoke an area such that it attracts the attention of unholy entities, holy or arcane. My choice.
Okay.
So it's pretty open.
So you could like invoke. So that would probably distract them. But that would be if you'd like to do that. That's fine. But they're kind of invoking this would take a little bit, and you kind of get an exposed position here.
Can I do a flashback where I've already started the process because I knew this is going to happen eventually?
So you can't do a flashback to change the events that have already happened.
Okay.
Well, he's saying like while everybody was doing everything else, he would have already started invoking. I think.
So that I don't know, so that by this time it would have.
So they're still here, but you already so.
Like do a flashback so that right now it's finishing up, pretty much, or.
I guess that's fine. So it'd be it'll probably up your position. That's a reasonable thing, so no stress for that. I'm gonna put you at desperate standard.
Okay.
And is this like a setup for me, or?
No, this is something separately, I guess. I guess it could act as a setup, but there's no real reason for it to be a setup. Like, this would probably put you in a better position, acceptable, if you wanted to still do this, but you didn't necessarily, depending on how he rolls here, you don't necessarily need to still do that. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so Frisky, you want to roll this?
Yeah, what do I roll for this? I don't even invoke. Okay.
Invoke. It says it in the power. You invoke.
Right. Okay, so then what was it? Desperate or
desperate standard?
Desperate standard.
And whenever you make a desperate roll, you get 1 XP in that bar.
Okay.
So you get some prowess XP or some resolve XP.
Resolve.
You have only 1 point in invoke. Okay.
Hmm.
So
4.
Yeah, you succeed. Some spirits start coming, but in this time it took you to invoke this, you left yourself pretty exposed, and you got pretty shot up. You're going to get a bullet in the leg as a level 3 harm.
Okay. Can I use 2 points of armor to resist that?
So you may use 2 points of armor, and that reduces to a level 2 harm.
Okay.
Is that fine?
Yeah.
Okay. You have a level 2 arm, and the guards are now distracted by the, I assume, demons.
He can resist that too, right? To put it down to level 1.
Oh yeah, and if you'd like to, you may make a prowess roll to resist that.
Okay, I'll do that too.
Okay. Yeah. Click. Make sure you give yourself the bonus dice.
Oh.
Did you give yourself the bonus dice from?
From Fortune 5?
Yeah. So you should have 1 more dice. Okay. So you take 2 stress, and you have a level 1 harm.
Yeah.
Okay. So the guards are kind of distracted by the spirits roiling around, and you guys are able to get out on the road. Nice switch music.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
How do my superpowers work? Can I just conveniently decide I have a superpower? I don't think so, right? Like right now, I don't have any special abilities, so I don't necessarily have a superpower.
You have the ability to absorb energy and redirect it.
So that would be the only thing I can do, right?
As like an
Right now,
explicit
yes.
mechanical special ability, yes. But
Like I wouldn't be able to phase my arm through the wall of the truck.
anything like that, no, probably. But like, if you want to add like flavorful superpowers, that's fine. Like as part of your skirmish, maybe you have enhanced strength and you use that to do some stuff here. It won't give you a mechanical advantage.
Like the stuff I was doing with the demon.
Yeah, that's fine.
But not okay. But like I can't just magically have a superpower unless I've taken ability for it.
You can't have a mechanical superpower, but anything flavor that you think fits your character and what your powers actually are, go fucking nuts.
Like instead of like shooting somebody at range with like a hunt, you can just like use laser eyes or something.
Absolutely, that's fine.
But it would still count as using a gun.
For the purpose of load, you couldn't do anything that would replace load. But like instead of like, for example, Alter, you could say like, instead of skirmishing and just punching someone, let's say like you can manifest claws on your hand and attack them like that. That's fine. If you decide like you can decide what little Deathbat superpowers are, and figure that out flavor wise.
Well, I already figured out one superpower I want, but I have to take the ability for it.
Okay. So yeah, so it's all flavor and it's up to your imagination.
Okay.
So you guys are on the road, but the called ahead. So
this is like 80s like action movie car chase. It's great.
Very fitting.
It looks like they're going fast, but they're really only going like 30 miles an hour.
So, but the guards are coming. So
They're fucking coming.
Got you, base.
you guys are in the truck. The Exec and Dr. Painkiller up front, and I guess Dr. Ho, Shaitan, and Deathbat are in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
the cool kids in the back.
Yeah.
Are you standing in the back with the doors open or the doors shut, or are you hanging out the back? What does this look like?
I feel like
Go ahead.
to be more effective, it'd probably have to be either hanging off the back or having like one of the doors open, or able to be open, but still like set up. Maybe we could have set up the cargo in a way that supports us with the one door open, that we could open and close it.
Okay.
I'm picturing like cargo nets over the stash, and we're holding onto that and the sides of the truck,
So the
and the
back
doors are open.
The back doors are open, and you guys are like in the back. So okay.
Mhm.
So you guys are driving. You guys are peeling out of this gas station, driving away with this truck of military hardware. The back doors are open with your 3 super villains in the back, ready to deal with whatever comes. While the Exec is in the passenger seat, and Dr. Painkiller is driving.
Yeah, I figure I should be in front because I was the one who figured out the route. So
Yeah, sure, makes sense to me. I just want to get an image.
And I was putting out my reasoning.
This is a cool image. You guys are driving around. All right, so the guys in the truck are trying to catch up, and because they don't have a bunch of equipment, they're faster than you.
No capes. No capes.
No capes. So the guards are driving at you. This other truck is trying to get up with you. What do you do?
I have an idea.
Okay.
What is it?
My super science weapon creates a stasis field that slows them down.
All right. So that sounds to me like a skirmish roll, probably, or hunt.
The way hunt was described in the book was like pretty much anything unless you're like trying to shoot people while you're like grappling with them is hunt usually.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a skirmish because we're close. We're like relatively close and
They have not caught up with you.
This is not like a snipe. This is more of
Well,
a
hunting's just like shooting from any distance, and then skirmish is like shooting in melee range, just kind of how the book was describing it.
I have a 2 in both of them, so
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
really care.
Doesn't really matter.
I'm just gonna do skirmish.
Okay. This is going
Can
to
I set up or help this?
absolutely you can. By default, all of this is going to be risky limited.
Can I assist her at all?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Make it not limited.
So a setup can improve her position, or Alter can push herself, or accept a devil's bargain. Any of you assisting is +1 dice. You take 1 stress, they get +1 dice. That's it.
Okay.
Someone stabilize
I'll
her
do
so she doesn't get her aim is good from not bouncing around in the back of the truck.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and then there's setup. Setup is a little more complicated.
It's essentially
So
you do
setup,
an action.
when you perform a setup action, you have an indirect effect on the obstacle. If the action has the intended effect, any member of the team who follows through on your maneuver gets a +1 effect level or an improved position. You choose the benefit based on the nature of your setup scene. For example, you can use sway to distract a guard to allow someone to be able to prowl more effectively. So someone can set up Alter if you have a way to make her more effective somehow.
I would like to set her up.
Okay, how are you setting her up?
I
Squirt your
would like
goo
to
on their
use
windshield.
my... What?
Squirt your goo on their windshield.
Well, I was going to do something close to that. I was going to use my blast ability
Okay.
to shoot a fire hydrant and have it squirt the road so it's wet, and they peel out a little bit in the intersection that we just turned down, and it gives Alter a little bit more time to set
So
up.
it makes them an easier target.
Yes.
I could see either of this. Would you like to give her a +1 effect level or an improved position? So you can either. So she is currently standard limited or risky limited. So you can either make her controlled limited or risky standard.
I think
We'll go
risky standard
bump it up
is
to
good.
standard.
Okay.
Yeah.
So giving her an improved position on this, making her an easy target. And is Frisky? Did you say you were assisting her?
Yes.
So you take 1 stress. So if you can also push yourself or take a devil's bargain here if you'd like.
What's the devil's bargain?
It's a...
You can you'll get the bonus dice, but you kind of supercharge it a little bit and give yourself an easier shot, but you'll catch some civilians in the crossfire, giving you some additional heat.
I don't like that.
Okay.
I'm not sure I want to push myself because I kind of want to save my stress, but I only have 1 stress right now.
You are rolling 3 die already here, which is a pretty good dice pool.
I'm just gonna go with risky standard +1,
Yep.
right?
+1 from Frisky.
Please work.
That's a 4. Success with consequences. Okay, so you succeed. You're able to hit them and you slow them down. Let's see. It doesn't hit as well as you'd like it to. Because of the water, they peel out and kind of swerve in an unexpected direction. And they're able to, they're already about halfway through the stasis field by the time it activates. So, it reduces the effect to limited. So, it ticks up by 1. Cool.
Yeah, these guys are persistent.
They're still on your tail. Oh, Here, no, sorry. I need to do this.
Oh no.
Check that up twice. All right.
And we want that's a good clock. We want that to fill up.
That is a good clock.
Yeah.
I didn't have time to make a different color for the bad clock.
It's fine.
Alright.
These are beautiful, Walter. You've made this production value so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, the clocks look awesome.
I have an idea.
What is it?
For what I could do. Okay, so I'm gonna essentially I have the AI control the thing.
Okay.
And I take out my universal 0-point battery and attempt to supercharge the or essentially charge the car to make it go faster.
Alrighty. Okay. This sounds like hack to me.
Yeah.
So this is a bit of a risky thing. Things go pretty badly here.
Oh,
But
no.
yeah, I'm gonna put this at risky.
My macros, no. I need to bring them in.
Are you trying to people wave?
No, I'm trying to monk a steer.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, so a risky standard here.
A risky standard.
I'll
assist?
I'll assist you. I'll pull up my my supercomputer and try and help you with the hacking.
Okay, cool. Alright. A
And
risky standard.
In particular, try and prevent the truck from blowing up. The exec is on a hacking defense right now. Basically, he's putting like bubble wrap around the things that Dr. Painkiller is running into while he's hacking.
So
Alright.
you are assisting him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so +1 dice.
With one of your free
Yes.
assists. I
No
assume.
reason not to.
So risky standard and 1 bonus dice. Yes.
Mhm. Unless you want to get a devil's bargain or something.
What would a devil's bargain for that be? Like electrocute myself more?
You're going to you'll supercharge it.
Yeah.
So you'll get the bonus dice, but you're going to damage the engine in the process.
What about he accidentally sets the airbags off?
and
he gets reduced visibility.
I think I'll just
That's even worse, honestly.
I'll just take the 1 bonus die.
So you should take the 1. Okay. 5, 4, 4, 5. All right. So risky. All right. So yeah, you managed to supercharge. You put a surge of power into this electrical engine. I guess it's a hybrid. And the car peels out, putting some distance between you and these guards. However, it is hard to steer this thing. This thing wasn't exactly designed to go this fast.
Yeah.
The car is out of control, and you guys are.
Jesus, take the
Thank you,
wheel.
car. Just take the wheel. Your wheel flies off. Not that one. All right, so it's going to affect your position down the line. So you've put some distance between yourself and the guards, but you're still not out of the woods yet. What are the rest of you doing?
I would like to.
Go ahead.
Could we also try to resist that effect, by the way?
Absolutely, you can.
Would that be an insight to essentially discharge the surplus charge?
Because the effect here is this thing kind of getting out of control.
Oh, okay.
I would say it's probably a prowess roll to keep this thing under your control.
I don't think I
And
want
you're
to
also
resist that.
you don't have to resist that. Like,
Can
what
I
you're
do
doing-
this assist?
Yeah, you can
resist? So I'll like grab the wheel and
Probably not. I'd probably let Accept do it though. If you were up in the cabin, it would Frisky, Fratly, but
it's walled off, right?
it's rolled off. You're not in a position to do that.
What am I doing?
Exec, it's
So-
going too fast.
So you could lean over and take the wheel and try to resist this effect with a prowess roll.
Prowess, huh? Yeah, I'll try and help.
Okay. Maybe get the +1 from your
Well, I have
boss.
that automatically set up, so.
You have built in? Yeah, building in is a good idea. You take no stress. The exec is cool and calm. This isn't the first time he's been in a car that's maybe going a bit too fast. So like you lean over like with one hand and you're driving this thing, so you are no longer you resisted that effect. Cool.
Okay.
But now,
I want to
Not
use
good.
I want to use my absurd weapon to scare off the guards.
what in the fuck is your absurd weapon?
It is a giant 3-pronged like claw that comes out of my hand. That's like demon energy. And as I use
Okay.
it, my eyes glow black. And when I slice across the air, 3 huge strikes like fly out at them. Whatever.
I feel like that is okay. So if you're just trying to intimidate them, that's probably command. If you're actually trying to attack them, it's probably hunt or skirmish. Probably hunt.
I want to actually try and damage their car with the my
Okay.
strike. Yeah. So I'll do
Okay, so yeah, so then how does hunt feel, or do you feel like something else?
skirmish. Any skirmish?
So you could probably swing skirmish.
It sounds like he's kind of like melee in the car almost.
Melee from range. Sure. I think skirmish at this distance is going to have more limited effect. I'm going to put this at risky limited.
Could I do command then? Is that okay to change it?
Yeah, I mean, if you're trying to like intimidate them with that weapon, I would say that's probably risky standard.
Yeah, I'll try and command them. Try and scare them off a little bit.
Does anyone else want to help him? Wow.
My
Okay.
creativity is not kicking in. Help!
He's trying to intimidate them and saying like, back off.
I know.
You could use maybe some shift weirdness, try to spook them.
I don't know what that weirdness
You
is.
could channel some of
Okay.
your energy into
I
him.
can't. Like I want my superpower to be those like fucking wings, you know. But like I can't fly yet. But can I just have them pop out as a way to scare them?
Yeah, if you want to try to like, yeah, you could try to manifest some shiftiness to assist.
They're fucking with demon shit. Basically, I want to increase
Okay.
the.
So that's one stress to you, Deathbat, and you get 1 die.
Okay, I'll roll.
Okay, risky limit.
Oh, limited. My bad.
Risky standard. No, you went to command. It's standard. So 5. Cool. So that's success. Let's see here. You invoke your powers, summoning this absurd weapon and threatening them, but it's as you are passing over the border into Lodestone, and the resident energies that infuse that place cause a surge you weren't expecting. Take a level 2 harm.
Okay, I'll try and resist that.
Okay, go ahead. That would be probably resolve.
Okay.
Wait, is this demonic? Immortal?
Yeah.
Can I give him the thing?
You use your special armor to resist him. To give him, you have the power to use your special armor to resist for someone else, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's absolutely if you want to do that.
Yes.
Okay, so
I'll
you
roll.
take 2 stress for that, and she's gonna do that. Use her special armor, so you take no harm.
Nice.
As Deathbat siphons some of this power off of you. So the guards have been lost as you complete the get to Lodestone clock before the guards catch up. So we're gonna get rid of this clock. Get rid of this clock. So you're in Lodestone. You peel around as the guards think twice about chasing the truck full of well-armed people with demon claws.
Nice. Nice assist, Deathbat.
The as you
She says nothing.
I'm a mute. No, I'm kidding.
I'm a best RP. I'm a mute.
Well, broke RP already.
I mean, at least we are mutelets then, you know?
Yeah, cool.
It-
So, this is going to feel a little awkward right in the middle of this, but I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. I'll be back in like 1 minute.
Can I pee too?
No.
Don't tell
No, not
anyone.
allowed.
While the DM is away peeing, a Dr. Painkiller will congratulate the Exec. Das war excellent driving, my friend.
I was.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Is everybody all right back there?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Damage is minimal.
'Cause, I didn't think this truck could go that fast.
Shaitan, Deathbat, are you okay?
It couldn't.
You told me it couldn't, but it definitely did.
The wonders of science.
Oh, whew, okay. I was dying.
It's all good.
Did Alter say something?
Yes. She's
Yes, Guy. Fatimir is in fact being a crazy German scientist.
Go. Change our location.
Yes, this went better than expected.
So you guys peel out and you think you've lost them. But you hear a low... Wait, Alter's gone. I should wait until she's back.
She also went to pee.
Okay.
I can still hear it. I just also had to pee.
Okay. You hear a low chuckle kind of echo through the air in the truck.
Monka Giga.
Oh. You're those upstarts who think you could just drive through Lodestone without paying proper respects. I don't think so. And you feel a kind of energy begin to flow around your truck as the Coven invokes some spirits from around. You see what looks like some wisps of energy begin to surround the truck and are trying to knock it off the road.
This is the
Stop
best
that.
you got.
Let's see. I'm gonna go with this music.
Make your spirits. Make the stronger spirits. Shaitan.
Can I use
So,
my
Do a spirit battle.
power as many times as I want? Like
So what is your superpower?
defile.
Yeah, absolutely. But are you going to defile the truck?
I don't know if I want to. Like, I don't even know what that would do. Honestly, how would my spirits fight their spirits? That's
They
what I
might,
want.
but they probably also fight you guys. Like, they're not inherently under your control.
Yeah. See, that's like, I want to.
You could just try to wrest control over these spirits from thing, right? Invoking.
I could try doing that, but since I don't know, I didn't realize that my superpower would be using invoke, so I only put 1 point in invoke. So I don't know.
You can rebuild your character if you want. I'm not against that.
If I did that, I would take a point out of prowl and put it into invoke instead. Yeah, probably just do that.
So we've got racing clocks here again.
Okay.
Dueling clocks.
You guys,
Dueling clocks.
I think that's actually what it's called. Let's see. Where is the clock example? Racing. It's called racing clocks. Sorry, I was actually right the first time, completely incidentally. So yeah, there are some wisps trying to fuck with you.
Yeah, okay. I want to, like, since I have experience with this, I want to try to control them in some way, trying to influence their movements so that they, at least some of them leave those.
That sounds like invoke to me.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
Could I use my my multi-dimensional scanner to essentially pinpoint where the wisps are and set him up with that?
Yeah, if you'd like.
Alright.
So you can give me probably hack or study, maybe.
Study. I was gonna say study.
I think study is more appropriate here because you're not hacking anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, this would be study, risky standard, but it's a setup roll. So
Yeah.
I don't know if
Can
setup
I-
rolls have.
Can I assist him by using my power to try and drain some
He's
of the
trying to
wisp
assist.
energy?
Okay, so my study roll here.
Study roll, risky standard. All right. So yeah, that's a success. 1 second here. Yeah, so I guess it doesn't say anything. Like, I guess this still has effect and consequences as a setup. Like, it doesn't say there isn't. Like,
Okay.
It's actually probably a control position. Because you are just scanning this. So that makes control makes sense for this. And yeah, again, sorry, I am still learning as well. The 4 or 5. Let's see. You have reduced effect, amount of complication.
Also, shit, I have to make a phone call. I forgot.
Okay. Well, I guess your character probably just won't do anything. We'll probably keep going if that's alright with you.
Well, could I have do the one stress, give him extra dice
Yeah,
thing
that's fine.
by like draining some of the wisp energy
Sure.
with the leftovers of my power or something?
So, while you're like leaning out to study this thing, one of the wisps shoots you with a blast. You'll take a level 1 harm.
All right, that's fine.
You can resist if you'd like. With resolve.
Yeah, that would be resolve. I'm just gonna take my heavy armor now.
Okay. So you are set up here. Is that for position or effect, Fatimir?
What position and effect would he be working at?
He is dealing with a higher tier faction. So
Risky.
let me just
limit.
double check. I think these guys are, yeah, they're level 2. So he's looking at risky none as his current effect.
All right. In that case, I will increase his effect.
So you're at risky limited right now, Frisky.
Okay.
I'll give you an extra dice. If you wish to push yourself and take a devil's bargain, you can increase that effect even further.
I have 5 stress already. I don't know.
So would you like a devil's bargain?
I think a devil's bargain. Yeah.
All right. So you can invoke some. You can. Oh, you guys are actually in Lodestone, which has a special effect. Lodestone. Where is that? You may take a devil's bargain for +1 dice to any action at the cost of a dangerous surge of magic. So you can pull some of the extra magic in the air and increase your stuff. Oh, it gives you an extra dice. You were looking for effects, so you wouldn't do that. Well, I'd allow it. I'd allow it. So you would. You'd pull some of the extra magic in and give yourself take you up to risky standard, but it would hurt. Your body can't handle that amount of magic, and it would cause a magical surge to your body that would damage you.
Okay. Do I have an idea of how bad it would hurt?
Probably a level 1 harm that you couldn't resist.
I'll take the bargain.
Okay, so you take a level 1 harm, and you're at risky standard with an extra dice from Alter.
All right. So then 2 bonus dice or 3?
Just 1. The Devil's Bargain and Fatimir's setup were both to increase your effect from none to standard.
Okay.
It's only 1 bonus dice. All right, 5. So you shoot a blast at these wisps. Standard effect on them. Take that up. Let's see, I'll put my sheet back up. I got a 5. Location curves. So you succeed, but the increased magical activity is going to start another clock.
Oh shit.
Now you can resist this if you'd like to prevent this consequence from happening.
I want to know what the clock is, though. Oh, I'm resisting that. I'm resisting that.
All right. This would probably be a resolve resistance.
Okay.
Okay. You take no stress.
Dope.
You are able to contain it locally, and this clock does not tick up. I'm just going to leave it there in case I want to use it for something else later. All right. And you succeed here, so I guess these clocks aren't technically racing.
What exactly is the Arcane Wisp clock?
This is you guys dealing with them. When it fills up, they're dealt with.
Okay.
So these are just 2 clocks you need to fill up. Or if you get to Redwood first, the Wisp probably won't follow you. Okay, what else is going on here?
I would like to be to tell Dr. Painkiller about a shortcut I saw when I was going through and looking at our route. Maybe try and lose the wisps.
Okay, so you're trying to go a risky route. The risk here is the shortcut you're taking. So it's probably survey or study.
Or would it be like command maybe to tell him like this is the way we have to go?
Because the challenge, unless Fatimir is like violently resistant to you, the risk you're not making a test to do this because there's no risk in that. The risk is going to be in where you're directing him to go. So it's probably study or it's probably survey. Try to point out to see a good location, a shortcut for him to take.
Well, I would argue it is study because I already like saw it and looked at it.
Okay.
This is me
that's
pulling.
Probably a flashback.
Okay. But I studied and planned for like contingency plans if we had to go different directions.
Yeah. This is an easy opportunity. So yeah, you can give me a study test with this flashback.
Stress or?
No stress. It's studying shortcuts in a place that you plan on going sounds like a ordinary action for an easy opportunity. Yeah. That seems pretty. So yeah, no stress. Give me the study. All right, is a success. Risky standard. Yep, that's probably what I'd say. So you do take a shortcut. So you succeed, and it's gonna bump you up because you standard effect. Let's fill it up more. Let's see. Several harm, complication, cures, reduced effect. Disposition. Yeah, I want to say that it takes you into it is a shortcut, but it takes you kind of into a more magically infused area, which is causing the wisps to gain in power. So basically, it'll put you in a worse position going forward.
Okay.
What next?
These wisps need to be dealt with. I would like to attack them with my mind powers.
You think that if you get out of Lodestone into Redwood, they won't chase you?
Yeah, and we're already almost in Redwood.
Then I have another idea. Like a motorboat, I want to stick my head out the back of the moving vehicle and do mini bursts of detonations with my mind blast to accelerate the car and hopefully get it on 2 wheels.
Okay.
As you can do with a cargo truck.
It's probably desperate limited.
All right.
That's fair. I would agree with desperate
and
limited.
Since I am a visitor, I would be using my natural powers. Could I use skirmish to do the physical? Oh yeah. Okay. I'll do the blast ability.
So if could you put blast ability in chat for me? To make a ranged attack.
Use my environment here?
You're not making a ranged attack, so you wouldn't be able to use that ability. So if you're just using your natural ability to do blasts, then that would be just desperate limited flat. Would that be? Are you skirmishing? What's your argument for skirmish?
Like you said last time, since it's my natural ability, as an alien, it would be kind of be an exhausting thing. I
So,
don't
the thing with
like
skirmish-
kind of like an attack.
Skirmish is always combat, and you're not doing combat here. This probably sounds like finesse or wreck.
I was gonna say wreck, if anything, because you're
Ooh,
like,
I have wreck. Yeah, I just want to make a big explosion.
Okay, so that would be wreck. Desperate limited. Someone could try to set you up, or you could push yourself, or take a devil's bargain, try to increase that effect.
Yeah, I would like to push myself on this.
Okay, so take 2 stress, and you can go to desperate limited, desperate standard. Does anyone want to assist him?
All right, rolling.
Anybody still have stress to spend?
1.
hey, take
well.
that prowess XP though.
Yeah, you get some prowess XP for that. All right, so it is a fail on a desperate roll. What's up, Walter?
She's just crying.
Okay.
Time to resist.
You're trying to shoot this out of the truck, Dr. Ho. You hit a bump from one of the wisps hitting you, and you go flying out of the truck.
Oh no.
You fall out of the truck, and you're going to take a level 3 harm road rash.
I want to catch
I would
him.
like to
Can I
resist
catch
that.
him?
Yeah, you can try to resist him coming out of the truck, Alter. That would be you trying to resist him with prowess.
Can I try and help too?
Um,
Stopping him, or
no, there's no real need to if Alter's doing this.
okay?
Is it just a normal, no bonus dice?
Prowess.
Prowess, resistance.
Your resistance roll. You're not using an action roll. It's a resistance roll.
You have that +1.
Make sure you
But
have
I put it in the sheet so
Yeah.
I don't have to do it here, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
so you click on prowess. Yeah, okay. So you take 3 stress. Nice fucking rolls.
Oh shit.
And
My stress.
you hold on to Dr. Ho so he doesn't go flying out, but he bangs against the door and is still taking level 3 harm as his arm gets wrenched out of its socket.
Ooh. Can I resist that, or does she resist
Yeah,
for
absolutely
me?
you can.
All right, that would be prowess probably, right? To resist
Prowess,
physical?
yeah. Oh, you can use your armor.
Did you
yeah.
use your armor yet?
Yeah, I'll use my.
Hey,
armor
Archer, was that
actually. So
your...
was level
have
3
you done
harm?
any action rolls since you absorbed that power?
No.
Say,
Does that count as my next roll?
No. I don't
Okay.
think so. What does your power say?
It says you then take 1 dice on your next roll. It doesn't say action roll, but I don't know.
Does it just say next roll?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it means action roll.
Okay. That's
So-
what I took it as.
Yeah, you can go ahead and resist that with prowess or like your armor probably.
Yeah, I'll just do armor.
Okay, so now it is a level 2 harm.
Is that so? 1 box of armor will knock it down to 2.
So, okay. Armor is one thing. The 2 boxes is because it takes 2 load to use that one thing of armor.
Right.
But you
and
can
it
get
only
those for
knocks it down
free.
by 1.
So it knocks it down to a level 2 harm, which is fine. 1 level 2 harm does nothing. You need to have 2 level 2 harms to actually get that penalty.
All right, I'll knock off my armor.
Okay. And then if you'd like to, you can resist that further to drop down to level 1 with a prowess roll.
Yes, I totally will.
Go ahead.
And remember, you can get that armor for free
Take
if
3
you want
stress.
to use the crew thing.
So now it's a level 1.
And now it's just a level 1.
Mhm.
All right, nice.
All right. So, so that didn't work. What else?
Can I change the text on Power Leech to say your next action roll
That's fine.
so I don't forget that?
So what are you trying to do something here, Alter? You got this power.
Right. I'm trying to think. I missed the some of the stuff because I was on the phone.
So you guys are trying to get away from these wisps. They're probably they seem too powerful for you to deal with effectively. But if you get out of a lodestone, you think they won't chase you.
I don't know how to get us.
So
Yeah.
find some way to get you guys to drive faster, or that. If you can't think of anything like that, you can try to deal with these wisps.
I was gonna say I could try to use the energy I stole from them to make a force field around the truck that repels them, kind of. Just blow their energy back at them negatively so they can't penetrate it as well or something.
Yeah, so you got some arcane. So that'd probably be invoke.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What skills do you have?
Skirmish, prowl, wreck, hunt, and study.
You can try to wreck to blow an obstacle out of the way.
That works.
Make it even.
Lean out of the back of the truck, shoot a blast forward, clear a path for you guys to drive through.
Okay.
So you can take a wreck with a +1 dice there. I'd say this is risky standard.
Okay.
So you want to assist her or set her up or anything?
Yeah, I'll assist her.
Okay, 1 stress to you, Frisky. I'll take an extra die. Alter, you want to push yourself or take a devil's bargain?
I don't know. I don't want to push myself because I only have 3 stress left.
Okay.
But
You want to take a devil's bargain?
what's the bargain?
The bargain is going to be that the surge of magical energy is going to set off some detectors at a local paladin's headquarters, and it'll tick that paladin's investigate clock.
Is that something we want to do?
It won't tick it up all the way. It'll just tick it.
You can
Problem.
try and resist it too. You
You
might.
could, but
Maybe.
she's the one stressed. She probably doesn't want to resist too much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, you want to do that?
What do you guys think?
I think that's fine. I think the clock
Seems
isn't.
good.
We're almost
Yeah.
out of lodestone.
That
So,
gives me another dice.
yes, or let me check here. Let me just double check. So Devil's Bargain. Here's where let's roll. Add bonus dice.
I would like to know.
So Devil's Bargain gives you the die. I don't think it can affect. Can you actually push yourself to increase your effect? Is that a thing you can do? I think you can.
It's all under bonus die.
It's under bonus. I think it's just bonus die. I think my other DM might have been cheating.
Or they homebrewed it.
Or
Pushing
the homebrew.
yourself.
That's
They just
Plus one.
decided.
Add +1 to your roll, +1 dice to your roll, or add +1 level to your effect for pushing yourself. Page 13. Yeah. Or you can take an action when you're incapacitated if you're pushing yourself.
you can either push yourself or accept the Devil's Bargain. So choose action range, place the GM, and then the default action rolls risky. Choose an important thing. That's what I'm saying. Pushing yourself. So you can push yourself to get an extra effect level. I think
don't
Devil's
wanna
Bargain
push
has to be a
myself.
bonus dice, though.
I don't want to push myself.
So you just take the Devil's Bargain for the dice.
Yes.
So that would be, sounds like 3 extra die on
Yeah.
rec.
Come on, crit! Come on!
Risky standard.
No!
That's a success.
I know, no crit though.
Success and consequences. So let's tick this clock up. So you do succeed. That fills that clock up. However, the surge of magical energy here is going to feed back on yourself, and you're going to take a level 2 harm.
Armor?
And that can reduce it to level 1 if you haven't used your armor yet.
Yeah, I haven't used it yet.
So yeah, it's a level 1 harm.
What kind of harm was it?
So it is a harm. So oh shit, I forgot to mention that.
Is it
when you guys
arcane
are
or whatever?
taking harm, you need to write down the
The
source.
source.
I
I'm gonna go
did,
ahead
yeah.
and assume that electrocution is tech.
Yes. This is some spells, angels, and demons. That is a magic source. So Alter, you're taking level 1 magic harm.
We have one person of each power source, so in theory it should matter.
Yes, but the don't have the ability to heal.
Was this magic feedback?
Yes. So you can't just heal by default. You have to have a power that lets you heal. Otherwise, you have to acquire a doctor. As you have to acquire an asset to get a doctor and then heal.
Well, hey,
So
we
we're
have 2 of
never going to
those.
be able to get rid of these until we get a doctor that heals magic?
We'll cover this later.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys, she blasts this old wall, and you guys are able to drive through the formerly fenced up alleyway, and you're able to cut through, and you're able to get to Redwood pretty quickly. As you predicted, the wisps do not follow. What's everyone's stress at?
I'm at
I'm at
5.
2.
6.
Except was it 2? What do you have, Fatimir?
5.
Okay. So I think this is a. You guys are able to get to Redwood. You've dealt with the Coven, sending some harassment your way. You've dealt with the guards, and you're able to drive this to a little hidden alleyway near your base. You get away.
Easy clap.
Hey,
Job well done.
I assume we dump the or we take the weapons and fucking dump the truck somewhere where we won't miss it. And
Yeah. You get rid of you dump the truck, and now we're going into after the score.
Dr. Painkiller's hands are still shaking from being electrocuted, by the way. That's why he was such an unsteady driver this entire
Aren't your
time.
hands always shaking?
Score is over. Score is over. We're going to downtime. Downtime is the fun time.
Oh, hell yeah.
So let me just get this up. So first thing first, payoff. So everyone pop open your Brotherhood of Dusk sheet. So first thing to pay off is a rep. You guys targeted a group that was higher tier than you. And you did something pretty daring. You kind of stole in broad daylight, got away. I'm going to say this is 4 rep for this run. So there you go. This was a decent score. You didn't need anyone else's help, and you got a decent amount of weapons that you're able to fence off. I'm going to call this a 6-coin score. And you can divvy that up amongst your crew and yourself as you see fit. That's potentially one coin to everyone and 1 coin to the
Yeah, I think
group.
that's fine. So even split.
Sure.
Cool.
Yes.
So we
however,
check the coin box.
Like
yeah,
so.
I won't do this right here.
I mean, in our sheet, we check a coin box.
Yes, you put 1 box in coin. Just like that. You did it right. All right. So so this first kind of run, you guys are just kind of getting established, but for the future, you're probably gonna have to pay a crime boss to work in their territory. And if you don't, it starts pissing them off. But for right now, we're not gonna worry about it. It should pass respect.
Back.
Literally, yes. All right, heat. So this was not as smooth and quiet, but it was pretty contained. It wasn't too loud and chaotic. You guys didn't cause any explosions. You damaged a fire hydrant. You shot a harmless stasis field. You blew up a wall in Lodestone. No one really cares about that. I would consider this contained for what it is. It's going to be 2 heat. What's up?
I clicked 2 heat thingy on
There you
the
go.
Brotherhood sheet.
We have 2 heat. All right, next is entanglements.
Oh boy.
Yikes.
So, entanglements happen. So, I roll a number of dice equal to your wanted level. You don't have a wanted level, so I'm going to roll 2d6 and take the little result. Alrighty. Gang trouble or the usual suspects. You guys, there's some rumors going around. And oh, hold on. Go do this. While you guys were out, the Dusk Raiders weren't just sitting around. They were making trouble.
Billy and Daryl.
Billy and Daryl, the two Dusk Raiders, were out. These saw a group of Foldex. What is their principle? What do the Dusk Raiders refuse to do?
Harm the people, I think.
Harm innocence. Yeah.
That.
You saw a couple of Foldex roughing up some civilians. And they got in their face and caused some trouble. Stopped them. So,
God damn it!
this is causing some trouble for you guys. You have a couple ways of dealing with this. You can either lose some face, which forfeit some rep, because you guys are tier 0. You're forfeit 1 rep to deal with this. You can make an example out of one of the Dusk Raiders for doing that, or you can just not do anything and potentially suffer reprisal from the Foldex in some way.
Say we pay the 1 rep and suck it up.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys make some apologies, grovel a little bit, in front of the Foldex. You lose 1 rep. The entanglements are dealt with.
Harley, grovel. 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 Come on, boy.
Have you taught Harley to grovel?
Can you whine?
Grovel before.
He got his ball. Okay, we're doing good.
Alrighty. So now we're going into downtime. So everyone has 2 downtime activities. I recommend
Indulging my voice.
indulging your vice.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You don't have to unless you have it. Once you get a trauma, you have to, or you suffer penalties. Like it's some extra stress, I think. But it's an option you can take.
Mm-hmm.
However, some of you are also wounded.
Yeah.
So let's see. What is? There isn't a. Okay, so
Frisky?
acceptable.
Oh,
It sounds like when your phone is too
I'll let
close
you
to
take this
the.
back. But you have 2 stress. You might not want to indulge. Because if you remove more stress than you have, you
what does
overindulge.
overindulging do?
Aha! I'm so glad you asked. You've overindulged, which means you suffer 1 of 4 problems. What is your vice?
Gambling on 3D chess.
That's hilarious. Who's providing this vice to you? You probably don't have anything written down, so I didn't flesh anything out too
No,
much.
but probably
We'll work on that
some
later.
gambling hall.
Yes, so you have 1 of 4 options. 1, attract trouble. You're a bit too boisterous with your gambling. You win some, you flash maybe more money than's wise. You roll an additional entanglement. So I roll on that table again, something
Is
happens.
that for everybody or just for me?
Just you. 2, your crew gains 2 heat because you brag too much about where you got that money from. 3, your character vanishes for a few weeks as you overindulge.
Going on a bender.
You go on a gambling bender on 3D chess. 3D chess is a dark hole.
Once you start, man, you just...
There's so much strategy. You spend 3 weeks on a wiki dive. So you have to play a different character until this one returns. Or 4, your current purveyor cuts you off and you have to find a new source. However, I would also say with 2 stress, you probably shouldn't risk indulging.
So it's something you want to do at your like 4 or 5, probably. Around that area.
Yeah, with your 4 or 5 or higher, because you take the highest roll. So even if you want a 4 and a 5 and your stress is 4, that's an overindulge.
I'm at 6. I can't overindulge. Smile.
Correct. So the idea is this is an addiction you have to deal with the stress of being a scoundrel. You are obsessed with this. That is what your vice is. It's not a hobby, it's an obsession. That's why you can overindulge. There's a really fucking good power the spider has that I took immediately that lets you and everyone else who indulges with you adjust their roll by 1 or 2. It's so good.
That's pretty good.
It's so busted. So I let you take that back because you probably don't need to indulge. Okay. Does anyone else want to indulge their vice?
I do.
I
You go ahead and indulge.
Can I indulge after I've done recovery?
Yeah, absolutely. You don't have to do it immediately. So, you
Right.
recover 2 stress. You're down to 3.
Because recovering costs stress if I do it on myself.
Deathbat, you recover 5 stress.
How come it's the lowest one?
So you make a fortune roll based on your lowest resistance roll. Do you have like 0 in like prowess or something?
Resolve has 0.
Yeah, so that's what it is. So,
So
Shaitan,
if I take something in resolve, it won't do that anymore.
so you'll have 1 dice in the future.
Okay.
But taking the lower result is sometimes good. But yeah, so you're down to 4, Shaitan. Alter, you're down to 1. Oho, you're down to 3.
So, Titus, if I heal myself with
take 2
a hack
stress.
roll, I take 2 stress. Yeah.
Yep.
Then I will do that as my 1 downtime activity, and the other is to indulge
Okay.
my vice. And
Hack
I
roll.
assume I need to roll hack. Yes.
Yep.
Just normal.
Yep. Got a 6. That's 3 ticks.
Okay, 3 takes on my healing clock.
We're still not healed. You take 2 stress.
Yep. And then I indulge my vice.
You reduce your stress down to 3.
Is there a way to get that doctor?
So yes, you are going to acquire an asset. Acquire the temporary use of a doctor who specializes in 1 type of damage. I'd probably let a doctor specialize in 2. Well, let's see what the book says. The book actually has fucking rules on this. Haunted requires the help of someone with the power source to recover. So yeah, someone would only have 1. So, which one of you are wounded by magic?
Me.
Fratly?
No, I have a dislocated shoulder.
So that's a normal. So Dr. Med Painkiller could patch you up with that. That'd be fine. So between Shaitan and Deathbat, you need a doctor who specializes in magical wounds. So one of you needs to spend a downtime activity to acquire temporary use of that doctor.
Does it cost the downtime to heal then?
It would.
So one person can't heal.
So you may spend a coin or a rep to gain extra downtime. So you could spend a downtime to acquire this asset and spend that coin to get a 3rd downtime activity.
Can I spend a coin to get the doctor?
I mean, no, it has to be downtime.
Spend a coin to get the 2nd downtime. Or 3rd downtime.
Yeah, absolutely you could. So first, someone needs to spend a downtime to acquire the asset.
I'll do that, and then I'll buy the extra downtime.
So it's going to be 2d6, take the lower result. Take a 3. So you don't actually acquire it. You're going to have to pay a coin to bump that up to a 5, or 4 or 5, to get a tier 0 doctor.
I don't have the money.
Or you could pay yeah, I think yes, okay. So slightly bloodstained clothing. Let's see.
Just slightly.
I have a coin.
See. Yeah, so also Fatimir.
Yeah.
You could have spent a coin on your medicine roll to up that to a crit.
I could have.
Yes, you can spend a coin in downtime to improve the result level of any downtime activity.
Okay.
So you could have spent that coin and increase that from a 6 to a crit, and he'll fill 5 boxes.
But I don't want to.
Okay, so if you take any damage, your progress clock resets.
Oh, okay. Fuck.
You should heal.
Okay. Sure.
So
I'm
spend that
spending that
coin.
one coin.
Your healing clock fills and goes away, and you lose that wound.
Cool. I'm no longer electrocuted.
Yeah. Technically, your box ticks by 1 because you got 5, but next time you take, but you're unwounded. So the next time you take damage, it's going to go away anyway.
Cool.
So yeah, cool. You're good then. So you're gonna have to spend that coin to get that doctor. You can spend another coin to get a tier 1 doctor.
I only have one coin, and then I can't heal myself anyway. So what's the point?
You can spend that coin that's in the crew, if everyone's okay with that. Or Frisky can
Yeah, I have
donate
a
his
coin
coin.
too.
Because Frisky's going to use this too, right, Frisky?
You're gonna use the doctor. Also,
Browns
I
go.
get a free tick towards a progress to modify my body or that of a willing subject. Does anybody have any wishes for body mods?
Is Frisky?
Frisky, are
Is
you
his
dead?
mic working?
What? Oh, I put on push to talk so it would stop doing the noise. Sorry.
So, are you going to use this doctor?
I have to pay him if I want to use him.
So, the way it's working right now is you used 1 downtime, right? To indulge?
Yeah.
You still got 1. Okay. So, Alter can spend her coin to make this a tier 0 doctor. You could add your coin to make this a tier 1 doctor.
But then I still can't heal because I don't have a coin to spend on a third downtime.
You could use the coin in the crew or one of the crew's rep. Or someone else want to donate a crew coin, that's also fine.
I'll use my.
I'll give a coin.
Okay, so that's 2 coins. This is a tier 1 doctor. And Alter, you want to spend that coin from the crew? Oh no, Fratly gave you his coin. So, Alter, you can. So I'm gonna roll.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that is only a 3, so that's only going to tick one of your boxes, Alter.
The clock?
Yeah. So you're going to need to spend another coin or a rep to roll again.
This feels like it's all for nothing.
What is your wound? Do you only have only 1 level 1 wound?
Yes.
You could just deal with it. It is not doing you any penalties.
Not yet.
Frisky needs to spend it because he's got 2 level 1 wounds. So he's at permanent less effect until he heals this off.
But if you take damage, the progress goes away.
So also what we could do is you could give that coin back. You don't spend Fratly's coin. Because you don't need to heal. You spend that. You could spend your downtime to still get this to help Frisky out.
Okay.
So Frisky, you want to use your downtime to heal with this doctor?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, I got a 5. So that's 2 ticks. You still need more. So you can spend your coin, or Fratly. If Fratly is still willing to spend his coin, Fratly, you can roll again. Do you want to do that? Are you okay with that, Fratly?
Who's rolling again for this?
Frisky.
Oh.
Instead of giving it to me, you're giving it to Frisky.
I need
Yeah, I'll give it to Shaitan.
Okay.
Shaitan, here's a coin for you.
I got a 6 that heals 3, so your progress clock fills up, and your wounds go away.
Shaitan will remember this. Thank you,
Yes, you shall. I shall call on you for a favor in the future.
Okay, so Alter's used her 2. Has everyone used their 2? No, except you haven't done any, have you?
Because I don't really need to indulge, and I'm not sure what else can I do with my downtime. I don't need to heal.
You don't need to indulge. So you can acquire an asset if you want to use something on the next run. A special item, a cohort, a vehicle, these sorts of things.
Can I hold off of that until
temporary...
I know what we're doing, or have an idea what we're doing for the run?
That's fair. Yes, you can. You can also use it to reduce heat.
So,
staying on top of heat's always a good idea.
How much would I remove for an activity?
So standard downtime activity roll is 1 through 3 is 1 tick, is like 1. 4 and 5 is 2.
6 is 3.
6
critical.
is 3. Crit is 5. That's standard. Ticks and heat and everything else.
Wait, so did both my things get healed or just one of them?
I'm gonna say because the other one's like it's a basic bullet wound. They'd also be able to heal that. Just like any doctor can do that.
Okay.
So I'd say both.
I got 0 fucking XP.
We're not at XP yet. Did you not roll any desperate rolls?
No.
Well, that happens. But we're not done. Don't worry, Alter.
I want
Not
healing factor now. Smile.
Healing factor is really good.
Is healing factor male factor's distant cousin?
No, it's Wolverine.
Hey, speaking of, can I start a clock to make myself fucking non-conductive because I've been electroshocked one too many times now?
Get a grounding rod for the
Infuse your
doctor.
skin with
so
rubber.
that would be a downtime to start that.
All right. What would that?
So you have to spend a downtime to start bioengineering that into yourself.
Yeah, I get 1 free tick towards a project to modify myself during downtime.
Is that a thing you have?
Yeah, from biotech. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's fine. So this is making yourself non-conductive is pretty powerful.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this is gonna be kind of complicated. So first you're gonna have to research how to do this, and then you're gonna have to implement it.
Sure.
So we're gonna start a clock. We're gonna put it at 6.
Researching a non-conductivity enhancement, essentially. Okay.
Yeah. So there's the clock. You see that?
Yep.
And
Now
we'll
you get
put
to
1
pick
tick on for
one.
free.
Cool.
So there you go. As that fills up, you can reach the next stage and actually start implementing it.
Nice.
And if you have any free downtime activities, you can roll probably, I guess, hack because of biotech to
Or
advance
study.
that. So acceptable. You can try to reduce
Yeah, I
heat.
would like to do so.
Okay, so what do you want to? How do you wish to reduce heat?
I would probably try and talk to some contacts and see if they know people, a friend of a friend who can kind of get the authorities up or
Sounds
back.
like carouse to me.
I would say Chris.
Okay, yeah, it's fine. You can roll carouse for me. Five. You reduce heat by 2. Your crew has no heat. Easy clap.
You're welcome.
You have another one. You could train.
That just gain XP, basically?
Yeah. And because your crew has prowess training, if you train prowess, you get 2 XP instead of 1.
I guess I'll do that then.
So tick 2 prowess XP. All right.
Down
Time for
training
actual.
montage in the sewers.
So actual training XP. Who wants to go first? Not everyone at once.
What
I
is?
have
What
a
did you just put it?
question.
I don't have downtime left though.
No. This is after downtime.
Oh.
This is technically before downtime, technically, but I forgot
Oh,
about
I
it.
have one more downtime. Can I heal my dislocated shoulder? Easy.
Oh, yeah. You could have you could use that to have Fatimir do that.
Sure.
So go ahead and roll hack for me, Fatimir. Okay, so that's 2 ticks on your clock, Fratly. If you want to heal that again, you're going to need another downtime.
I don't have any.
You don't have. You could spend the coin that in the crew. That's what it's there for.
It'll get reset if I take damage again.
Yep.
Stops your health regen.
I'm just gonna risk it. We'll see if we can get through the next chapter.
Okay.
Damage and...
That coin is there to be used. And you can spend a rep from the crew, go down to 2 rep, and roll again. Those are options.
No, that's okay. It's just a level 1 harm.
Alrighty. So we're going to do experience. We're going to start with the altar because she was whining about it. Kappa.
Well, I have a
The squeaky
question.
wheel.
Yeah.
When can you take the veteran ability?
Whenever you fill your playbook up.
Okay, so it's just like any other. It's not special.
No.
Okay, I thought maybe it was like special and you couldn't take it until
You just,
you've
like,
done
can't
so
start
many
with
ship
it.
things. Okay.
Do you want veteran?
No, I was just asking when you can take it.
Do you want to take the healing factor and Under the Red Sun?
Just
Yeah.
actually become fucking Superman.
Yes, literally. I want to do that at some point, but I
Cool.
was just wondering when you can.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about XP. So session XP. Okay, so end of score XP. I'm gonna start with you, Walter. Did you struggle with any issues of your altered physiology?
I think so because I had problems doing the things that I was trying to do using my power.
Okay. Yeah,
But I
you did
don't remember how many times I did that.
I would say once. Or
Like
you,
when I got the injury, it's because I couldn't control it well enough and stuff.
yeah, and you also tried to. Yeah, you did it a few times. That's fine. Did you express your beliefs, drives, or backgrounds at all?
Yeah, you didn't take that devil's bargain because you didn't want to hurt any children. That showed something. Or you didn't want to hurt bystanders. Not children. There were
Yeah,
no children.
I'd
I
say
think they might
that.
have been
right?
children.
Okay.
I offered you a devil's bargain to hit some civilians with the stasis field, and you said no.
Oh, yeah.
Did you struggle with your vice, anything from your vice or traumas?
I don't have a trauma, and my vice is not really.
This didn't involve anything with shifts, so not really. So it
Yeah.
looks like 3 XP. So you can
Okay.
put 3 XP anywhere. You can put it there, or you can put it in one of your skills. Or divvy it up.
I'm just gonna throw it all in playbook.
And try to get healing factor as soon as possible.
Yep.
Hey, yep, that's really fucking good. Healing factor is absurdly good. Alright. Next. Acceptable.
Sure.
Did you address a challenge with a plan? Oh, hold on. I don't like how Master and Demon are address a challenge, and the other ones are struggling with. Yeah, I'm gonna just say shift is. I'm gonna alter. I'm gonna adjust your wording because I don't fucking like it.
The wording for me is you dealt with challenges from.
Yeah, you struggle with issues or dealt with challenges with your. Okay, there we go. Hold on. There you go. So that's your new XP. You struggle with or dealt with challenges with your altered physiology. There you go. Do not like that fucking wording. Fratly, I don't like your fucking wording either.
Oh.
We'll get to that. Acceptable.
I would say so when I had that backup plan to take a shortcut.
Yeah, you back up and take a shortcut. And you kind of dealt with. You were the one who kind of figured out the route in the first place. Address your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
Nothing I can really think of.
Yeah. And did you struggle with your issues of gambling or vice?
I did not gamble during the run, no.
Yeah, well, 2. It's 2 XP. So you can put them in your playbook, or you can put them in Resolve, Prowess, or Insight. It's whatever. Okay, next is going to be Dr. Ho. You adapted to or struggle with Earth culture.
I joined a gang.
I joined it, gang.
Yeah, a human gang.
I would
Human
agree, but I
is-
think you already joined it before.
Yeah, I think that's in the past a little bit. I love your Vice. I hadn't seen it before. That's hilarious.
How about I've experienced gas stations for the first time? That was what an barbaric means of refueling. They just keep liquid that explodes underneath the ground.
Okay,
Absurd.
sure. I'll give you 1 XP.
That's
for
my
that.
only argument for it.
You express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
I don't think
Okay,
so.
yeah, this is fucking stupid. Let's take a look at this. So, let's look at the actual game. So, in the actual game, all the things the primary XP is addressing challenges.
Challenge with your unique skill
Yeah,
set.
so I feel like adapting to Earth culture rolls in with expressing your beliefs drives heritage. I think it rolls in with expressing your heritage. So that's fucking stupid. So I'm going to say it's going to be addressing challenges with your unique tech and abilities.
With your
perspective.
outsider's abilities.
With your outsider's perspective and abilities. And I think you did that. You tried to use your blast to
accelerate the vehicle.
It didn't really work, you tried it. Even if you fail, you still addressed a challenge.
Right.
Is that the only thing you used? You didn't really use any of your tech or anything. I think that's the only time you blasted anything.
Yeah, it didn't do too much.
So I'd say 1 XP for that, and I'll give you 1 XP for that gas station RP. So 2 XP to you.
Yay!
Fatimir, you're next.
Okay.
You dealt with challenges with technology. Yeah, you did that several times. It's 2 XP there. Express your drives, beliefs, heritage, or background. How do you feel?
I mean,
he did his fancy German accent.
What'd you say, Fatimir?
I've made an effort to make a wacky German accent. But that's
Exec, take the wheel.
yeah.
And you struggle with issues with your vice? No. So I'd say 2 XP to you.
Okay.
And Frisky. Address the challenge with violence or that's definitely not what that's supposed to be. That's literally just pulled straight from the fucking cutter. Violence or
he might not have changed it. He wasn't here for session 0.
No. I think that's what it says in the book, though. Yeah, it says with violence or mayhem. I guess that's fine, because it says mayhem, and your shit's all about mayhem.
That's what I do anyways. I don't know.
Yeah, you definitely addressed mobile challenges with violence and mayhem. You summoned those demons at the gas station.
You plotted the guards.
I forgot about that. I should have given you more heat for that. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You threw to call out the guards. You should have blast those demons. Yeah, you definitely get 2 XP for that. Adjust your beliefs, drive heritage, your background. I think so.
Get a chance. Oh yeah. Okay.
I think you kind of like, I want to invoke here. I kind of felt like you did a little bit.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll give you 3 XP.
Cool.
So with that, one thing left: the crew. Did you execute a successful battle, espionage, sabotage, rally? Absolutely. Did you contend with challenges above your current station? Yes. Actually, multiple challenges above your current station, because the Coven interfered, and you dealt with that too. Bolstering your crew's ability. Yeah, that was ambitious. I'd say another XP for that. And you express the goals, drives, and conflict are essential in nature.
The whole purpose
I feel like
of the mission was to sabotage the person we're out to get.
Yeah, you guys sabotage. So yeah, 1 XP. So that's a 5 XP for the crew. You guys are halfway to a new ability with the crew. Or an upgrade. 2 upgrades. So whenever that fills up, you can either get 2 upgrades or 1 special ability.
I feel like we have to take upgrades first, though. We're ridiculously under-equipped.
Quality stuff is always good. Quality weapons mean all your weapons count as 1 tier higher. Quality supplies mean all your supplies count as 1 tier higher, etc., etc.
I also have a question.
Yes.
If we had a contact that was a doctor that dealt with each different type of damage, we wouldn't have to acquire them, right?
No.
So how do you get a contact?
That would probably be...
is that just over the course of playing the game, or is there something you can do with downtime?
That would probably be... So there are rules. There's implications in the book. Well, not even implications. It's more fucking explicit. Let's see. Acquire an asset. You can repeatedly acquire an asset. If you want to acquire an asset permanently, you can either gain it as a crew upgrade or work on a long-term project to set up a permanent acquisition. So during downtime, you can work on a long-term project to develop, to permanently get access to this person.
But once I have researched biological non-conductivity, do I need to research it again to put it on other people, by the way?
No, I'd say you'd probably develop it after that, but
Wonderful.
so it'd probably be like
Wonderful.
I'm thinking it's probably like a 10 tick clock to install it on people. And what it would probably do is it would give them an additional resist die to resist electrical problems.
Sounds about right.
Okay, so let's talk about your first score. You guys are great.
Yeah.
Honors.
You guys are really well.
Went smooth.
The thing we need to work on most is roleplay.
Yeah.
There weren't too many opportunities, but there's always opportunities. It's kind of how the game works. Because you guys make your own opportunities. You guys are the ones kind of telling the story. Frisky definitely did, and he's like, I'm going to summon this. My absurd weapon is this demon claw. I describe the demon claw. I describe what I do with it. Try to do that. That's definitely roleplay. Except you definitely did that too. Like, oh, I did this plan, these sort of things. But there's other options to do these things. And express yourself. If it's a non-social mission, if it's like an assault, like this sort of thing, there's not too much opportunity to interact with NPCs, obviously. Which is, and as you guys get more into it, and as you get more involved with the politics of
it's a lot of learning, like, what you want to do as a character. So you already kind of know, like, what you're looking at, like, your options. And being able to implement that with roleplay, because right now we're just kind of like, okay, what do I do here? What do I do here? Instead of like being able to be confident and be like, I'm gonna do this, and
as you play more, because like, and I experienced this too. Your first couple of runs, you're like,
just
you
like
have
that.
So much freedom, you don't know what to do. What can I do? I guess I can do everything, but like when you're playing D&D, you're like, okay, my character has these actions that I can take. And I have a choice, and I can cast these spells and do these attacks, but this is what I'm doing. And here you're like, you do whatever the fuck you want. What do you want to do? Like, for example, acceptable, something you could have potentially done is, I don't know if you are this kind of person, but gone inside the gas station and tried to distract or divert the guards.
Yeah, that was a consideration.
So you could have done some RP there. That's definitely
it was a consideration, but I don't. My social skills aren't like great yet, so I don't have anything in like sway.
So and you can always look for ways to use your vice, like except since you're gambling, it doesn't always be exactly your vice, especially if it's too specific.
No, yeah, it's just gambling. Like, the 3 chests are just in there for flavor.
So you could have done things like, I guess. Something you could have done would have been like gamble with someone else. It's like, hey, Dr. Painkiller, I bet I could do this. And do something kind of stupid.
Hold my beer.
It's like, not necessarily be like, I'll bet you a coin that I can do this. And then if you fail, at the end of the run, you would have given him your coin. You would have gotten 0, you would have gotten 2, for example. That's something like that. So your vice has to hurt you in some way. Or not necessarily hurt you, but make you make perhaps a bad decision. The point, like to get XP in this game, you need to make subpar decisions. Well, to get a lot of XP, you can get some XP just by playing the game, by doing things a character. But to kind of increase the XP you get, you need to make bad decisions. You need to make things to struggle with your.
So you're saying this would be a great K-Dubs game, and he's not playing?
Yes, it would. So, like, let's say that. Dr. Painkiller hates French people because he's German. And you run into a French person and you get in this person's face and, maybe say something under their breath. Or maybe
Rochefressa.
I don't know what that means.
How dare you?
Or let's say that Deathbat sees someone say something racist against shifts. And she does something about it. It's like, maybe that'll blow her cover for the mission, but, that's what her character does, right? So, making suboptimal decisions and putting yourself in bad positions has the added benefit of putting you in desperate positions, which is how you get more XP. So, something you have to think about is you have a massive amount of freedom, which can be overwhelming, especially at the beginning, and the game actually incentivizes you being kind of an idiot sometimes.
I think it was kind of an idiotic thingy to overcharge the car. That
Yes,
was great.
absolutely. That was dumb as shit. And that's why you got more XP. That's part of why you got 2 XP for addressing a challenge with your tech bullshit. She's like, wow, this seems like a really bad fucking idea. Slap.
Jam it in there.
Yeah, that would also be like I would say, did I give you 3 XP?
You gave me 2.
Thinking about that, because your background and your and technically you're the ones who decide what XP you get. I'm just negotiating here.
Yeah.
But your beliefs and drives of doing crazy mad science shit, slapping that thing on that thing was a dumbass move that was like, yeah, let's see what this fucking works. Absolutely. I say that's another XP.
Science, bitch.
Yeah, there you go. That's what this game is about, doing these things and having fun with it. That is what Blades in the Dark is about.
I need to remember to write down every time something doesn't go right, or if I do something stupid, so that I can remember it for this section of the game.
Yeah, and that's because I can't remember everything.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I was like looking at the XP, and I was like, huh, how do I get this? And then it's like, oh, if I remember to write down when I do this, then I will be able to say, this is how many points I have.
So I hope you guys had fun.
Oh,
yeah. It's a unique system, and we took some time at the beginning to put the crew together, explain some things. You don't have your feet under you yet, but there are plenty of great opportunities to RP, and and again, part of this game is making your opportunities to RP. So Acceptable, what is the Exec like?
I mean, he's pretty, like, smooth, cool.
Your background is corporate. Your heritage is just American. Your look is suit and tie. You're a pretty professional.
Yeah. Professional, like air of, like, power, prestige to him.
Would you describe him as by the book, or more arrogant?
Definitely a little arrogant. He's definitely not by the book. Like, he will go around the book if he needs to.
So you can do things like after Chuckle Nuts over there.
Which one?
Painkiller. Fell to the half for the second time. You could have been like, no, let me do this. You could have kind of gotten in there and been like, try to take control, Mr. Master.
Okay.
And try to impose your will. It's like, hey, we're taking that shortcut. Hey,
well, that's kind of why I was thinking like command originally, like that feeling of in charge. Like, hey, no, go this way instead.
That will work a lot better if you're working with people that aren't other players. Like if your cohort is with you and you command, it's like, hey, you go down there, you take care of that, and do with that. That would be more of a. So what you would do there is your command role would kind of. I think it would replace their role. I think, or like give them a bonus. There's rules for it. I'm not looking it up right now, but that would be definitely a way to emphasize. So, and as you play, you'll get a better sense of what makes your character like. Why are like they're a supervillain or a villain? You have to earn the super part. So you're a villain known as the Exec. What makes him a villain? What makes him strike fear in the heart of the enemies and civilians on the street?
As a mundane.
Yeah, you're mundane, but so's fucking Batman.
Yeah.
I mean,
you are part of this ambitious insurgency.
This is what you do.
You're kind of go ahead.
You walk up to whoever you need to intimidate, and you go, "Where's she?"
And then they have superpowers and you don't, so you run away.
Where's the thugs? Where's Rachel?
Shut the fuck up!
Rachel specifically.
And they're like, who the fuck is Rachel?
Only Rachel!
Who the fuck is Rachel?
Everyone's Rachel.
I know a Raquel.
Oh God, Raquel. Is that next to AA Ron?
am I technically also mundane, by the way?
Yes.
technically, all right.
Yeah,
just
you
super
are
smart.
a tech genius. Acceptable
Your
is like
superpower is having like a 200 IQ.
Strategic genius.
your superpower. Acceptable, like you're like so good. You're superhuman.
It's
Right.
like determination and persistence and
Yeah, like half Batman, half anime
yeah.
protagonist. And you have those improvised tactics that you help
Yeah.
people. Now that's kind of I always, like my character did a similar thing. I was a spider. That was part. I always took control. Like you, so, and this is on me. You're supposed to describe how you're assisting people
Yeah.
about things. So what I did, I always I was like, oh, well, luckily, Harp took Nazir aside beforehand, and we worked on our rapid aim. I drilled him on these sorts of things to make sure he was ready for the situation. That's why I'm using this. That would be the assist. You kind of use it as a, since yours is improvised, it's less flashbacky.
Yeah.
The spider one's kind of implicitly flashbacky. This one is improvised, so this isn't flashbacky. This is in the moment. How are you using your mind to take a no stress assist? How are you doing that?
Yeah.
That's how you roleplay your character. That's how you insert roleplay.
Well, a lot of it, I think,
No.
with him would also be like he's constantly running through these scenarios already. So when one pops up, he's like, "Oh, okay."
And flashbacks are a great way to roleplay as well, because you can roleplay in flashbacks. Like it's like, okay, I flashback, and I actually I actually met with this clerk the previous day, this clerk and the thing, and I talked to them about doing this thing to help us out. So I had probably one stress, but then you could roleplay with this character, and you could command them or sway them, for example. Or you could say like, oh, well, a flashback, I pathed out these tree lines or these sight lines here and know exactly where to go to. And you can use hunt retroactively that way. So whenever I present a new challenge, it's an option for you guys to flashback. It's like, oh yeah, we foresaw this, or we planned for this, or we did something. That's how you play the game. But again, you guys, that was your first school, and you were already trying to figure out just how the fucking skills work.
Like that's what I was saying. Like once we figure out like what we want to do as our characters and like what our common like options are for doing stuff, it'll be a lot easier to roleplay into them.
Yes. So
A very common option for me is to jam my fucking batteries into something.
to press all the buttons.
but what if I just gave this more power? But what if it was supercharged? It's button.
Well, let's find out.
Right.
This elevator is pretty cool. But what if I supercharge this elevator's engine? Would it launch us off the top building? Let's find out.
Walk-elevator? Up and out.
Walk-elevator. Just the fucking glass elevator.
My dog needs to poop now, and he needs to eat, and
Yeah, we're
Cat
done.
needs to eat, and they're killing me. Help me, please.
We're done. You can leave if you need to. This
Okay.
is power at the end time.
Yeah.